Welcome everybody to GT Champions. I'm your host Chris Ball, also known as Presidio Dog. I'm here with my co-host once again, Squirmy. How are you, bud?
Doing all right.
All right, sounds good. So we are here at La Sarthe, and we're gonna give Squirmy a chance to talk a little bit about just how this track was when he raced in the AM race last night. But first, let's go over some of our routine stuff we got here. So we are at round 4, the final round for the Touring Challenge, the team-based mini version of the World Cup with a few twists and turns in it. And of course, is sponsored and presented by Detailing Group. As always, you need anything with the construction industry as far as computer modeling and fabrication for steel and stairways and railings and buildings and all that stuff. They're the ones to talk to. Check them out at detailinggroup.com. And of course, this is presented by RWB Racing. And all of our graphics done by our guys at High Pre. That's these guys right here, High Pre. If you need some graphics works done, check them out. They can also work on your website, which can be hosted by GT Champions. So if your team is looking for a team website and you want to get some killer graphics done for it, make it look all nice, and not have to break the bank to get one, reach out to us. Let us know. We've got a couple of teams already in the works, so they'll be releasing theirs soon. So that'll be pretty great. So anyway, Hi Pre, thanks to Pixteca for all your hard work, bud. We appreciate it. Also, of course, we have out here, we have with us, we have, oh no, that's it. That's all there is. That's it. That's all of it. So anyway, so we are out at La Sarthe, and actually, let's get out on the track here, and let me get some audio from the track in here. They are currently in qualifying right now, so most of the drivers have just come out on their out lap. Little business to take care of. Number one, we have a shortage of pro drivers for this final race. Life happens, so we've brought some of the top amateur drivers up to race with these guys. So we're gonna have a nice full lobby tonight with some amateur drivers and pro drivers mixed together. The amateur drivers will not be receiving any points, and they will not be counted in the point structure, even if they finish ahead of a pro driver. So it's basically like having a multi-class where only one class is getting points. It's really what this is all about, right? So we're gonna it's gonna be a lot of fun. So while we're watching, I've got my eye on. Let's see, who is it that is closest to completing a lap here? It's going to be...
Carbon Boy just came across. He's heading up into the Dunlop curve at the moment.
Okay, well, let's follow Carbon Boy around. If I can get the camera to work, there we go. We'll follow Carbon Boy around and for a lap on the track. So, Squirmy, you had a pretty good race last night, and we'll talk about the end of the race later, like during the race. Give us some stuff to keep people's attention during the middle of the race. But you were driving the Aston Martin, correct?
Mm-hmm.
How was the Aston Martin on this track? Were you comfortable with it?
Horrible.
Ah! Okay.
Needless to say, like if I was running in fuel mode 1, which I didn't during the race just to save fuel, but if you run in fuel mode 1, and you just absolutely hammered down the straights, I was losing probably half a second on each part of the three parts of the Mulsanne straight, so it was not fun.
Just no top speed in the car, huh?
I maxed out about 162, other cars were hitting like 170.
Oh, yeah, it's hard.
It's pretty rough.
But how did it feel in the corners, though?
It was glued, it just tended to be bad on the rear tires. It ate up the rear tires pretty bad, but I imagine some of these MR cars that are going to be pushing harder tonight are going to be feeling that pretty good. So,
yeah, I imagine. Well, we do have our standard GT Champions fan base out in force already. We've got Bipolar fan in here. We've got our the RWB Ninja Kids fan base who is here. And shortly, of course, we'll have High Pre
Which
in the room with us. But
which Ninja Kid may have a pretty good race today because that McLaren was just on another level last night.
well, interesting enough, didn't that McLaren win the race last night? His teammate?
Oh yeah, he led the entire race except for about 3 laps.
My assumption is those 3 laps were after a pit stop kind of thing.
Well, actually, there was more than that because because I took the lead after his fuel stop because I could go an extra lap, and then he had a small, Little Mac had a small spin in the Porsche curves, and
Oh, okay.
took a little damage, but it took him like 5 laps to get back up to the front. So, yeah, that McLaren was just on another level.
Oh, wow.
But
Okay. Well,
yeah. But assuming that the pro race goes like the AM race does, everybody's gonna find their own little pocket on the track, and just gonna be a fuel race.
yeah, it'll
So
be
that's
interesting
how
to
it
see
was
how
last
it
night.
goes. I didn't get to
Yeah.
catch the whole race, and hopefully, folks, this all is turning out okay because currently I'm actually not even in my home state right now, working on a work project. So I'm sitting in a room with a table and a screen and internet
This is what happens when
at a
you're a good
hotel
worker.
resort. Yeah, something like that.
This is what you get for being a good worker.
Yep. Well, now
Yeah.
here's the right now Carbon Boy's going through those Porsche curves, and I've gotten some feedback where they're like, yeah, you can see it. He's running the assist that the MR cars are allowed to run, and I think that's partially because that particular section of the track is just it's a challenge for MR cars.
It's brutal. I was in the practice lobby on Wednesday, and I think it was Little Mac and Carbon Boy were trying to run that without that assist on. They could not get through the first half without just having to go 10, 20, 30 miles an hour slower just to keep the rear end in check. So that assist is definitely going to come in handy around this track.
Yep. All right, so Carbon Boy
Which
sets a 401. Joey Canoli comes in just a little bit behind there. I'm just trying to keep track of. There's Mazda coming across.
Cupcake's
Oh,
up in
wow,
second,
Mazda.
so we got
Nope, Mazda just stole it from him.
yeah. We still got Astons in 3 and 4, so that's not too bad. To be
Yep.
within, oh, okay, yeah, never mind. There goes the McLaren, Jake, with a
Yep.
30 or 57.881.
Here comes Captain Muffin, our pro drive, our one of our pro drivers. Mazda was also there too, but he's finishing up and he's in that Audi also, and he's about to come across the line. That's going to be about a 358. So he and Jake up there, just about a second apart.
He is exactly 0.999 off of Jake. He couldn't have gotten
He
any
sure
better
is.
there.
Look at that. That's funny. But Jake's up 1.3 now, so he's these guys are
Yeah.
these top guys are gonna be running in the 56s. Like that's where they're gonna be.
Yeah.
It'll, not for the race, but for
RF,
qualifying.
I was gonna say my average race pace last night was a 4.0 or a 4 minutes and like 6 seconds, right about.
Okay.
So, yeah, these pro drivers are gonna be 4 or 5 seconds faster on the lap.
Assuming they don't get penalties.
Oh yeah, yeah. That'll be the thing to this week, especially is the penalties because they're really bad coming up to Tetra Rouge and then on the exit of the Porsche curves going into the Corvette curves. If you go too wide there, it's so easy to pick up a half second.
Yeah, I don't know all the curves. I know where the Porsche curves are. I know where the oh god, not the straight, the long straight. It's
Mulsanne.
Mulsanne. I don't know why I keep wanting to say Kemmel, but anyway,
Yep.
the Mulsanne straight, and then the Ford curves are the last. The Ford chicane is the last corners there.
Mm-hmm. And then
So.
Tetra Rouge is the right-hander going onto the Mulsanne.
Oh, okay, I got it. That for me is one of the hardest parts of the track to get right every single time.
Yeah, especially with how the race went last night, because it's like at the beginning of the race, there was a shadow you could use as a turn-in point. Well, then obviously as this race progresses in the night, you don't have that shadow anymore.
Right.
So then you get thrown off. Because it's like I went through there one lap, it was there. I went through the next lap, and it was nowhere to be found. It was like right in the middle of the race, and I had to completely like rediscover where that turn-in point was supposed to be.
Yep. Hey, so real
Or
quick,
bipolar.
we have
Ooh.
a few things happening here. So first of all, we have some. Let's see, where are we at? Let's go to our first one. So we have, like I said, some amateur drivers running. Green is an amateur driver, but he's actually covering for Tatiana, who couldn't make the last race. She's our broadcaster from last night, and she is my teammate, and she wasn't able to make the last race. So Green is what a trooper. He stepped up to jump into this Lamborghini, and I really don't think he knows what he got himself into. But
Yeah, and he's not running the assist either. He's in for a world of pain
no,
today.
he's running something because it's got the little
He's
red
not
light
running
on.
the yeah, but he's not running the stability assist.
Oh, okay. So he's covering for Tatiana, and then currently in 12th right now. Oh, no! Jeez.
Oh,
Spider was just like, he was slow inside of one of the chicanes.
well, yeah,
Actually,
on the exit
that's
of
the
the Porsche
Porsche,
curves.
yeah. And he was trying to get out of the way, and two cars came through and just pegged him.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah. Cannoli and Cupcake both came in.
yep, Spider is actually subbing for me because I couldn't make it because I'm way over here. So I could drive with a controller, but not at all competitively.
Yeah, and
So
especially around LeMans, I'd love to see you try to do the Porsche curves on a controller. That might be pretty funny.
I was struggling. I was trying it a few times today and it wasn't great. So
Hmm.
yeah. Anyway, all
Yeah,
right. So
you know, there's
bipolar is out and already took the fastest lap with a
oh,
3:56.5.
yeah,
So
that's insane.
yeah, that's a 1.3 seconds faster than Jake. Oh, except, oh, well, zero point 0.9 now because Muffin just took the second spot. So these guys are
Yeah.
all going to be up there just murdering this track. Average Tom is here.
Yes, he
All
is.
right. So every single time that I think he's hasn't he gotten like zapped too? Usually, like in the
Um,
DCs in the
I
race.
th- I th- I think half of I think he didn't race last week, did he? Because I think there was somebody else in that car.
Yeah, Pixteca.
Yeah, Pixteca was last week, and then I believe he did get DC'd at, was it Spa?
Yeah, those guys over in
Whatever.
Great Britain really have a hard time over in the UK staying connected. It must be something to do with the time of night, I guess.
Yeah, that would make sense because like Forza was saying last night because he got DC'd that it happens exactly at 2:30 a.m. So maybe when his ISP pings this whatever server his internet comes from. So
Yep,
ooh, we got a
and
good little.
that was
Oh,
close.
Tom's off. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
cool. That was
he got
really
out of the way
close.
really quick. He almost got taken out. Let's see. So it looks like the top four drivers right now are all the pro drivers. Chevy, it looks like the top AM driver, uh,
Which
currently in
no
fifth.
surprise, he did come P4 last night, which is not a surprise.
He can come back from almost a complete destruction of his vehicle and come back and still get top 5 points. He's really coming
Oh yeah,
along as a racer.
that is exactly what happened last night. So yeah,
Yeah.
he lost it at Arnage, which is the corner after Indianapolis, and just barreled it into the wall.
Oh.
It was pretty bad. It happened like I don't know 60 yards behind me. It was pretty bad.
Ugh. Carbon Boy is out. Let's see, how's he doing here? Let's see if he's about to come across a sector line here in another 20 seconds. So let's just see where he's at. If he's improving anywhere, because he's about 5 seconds behind the top driver. So as he gets into the Porsche curves here, he'll cross a timing line. Let's see where he's at. Bipolar pitting. Qualifying's over, so this is the last lap for everybody. Okay, here we'll see
You
where is he
know,
at. He is.
I will admit that Audi
Oh.
looks good, and
Mm-hmm.
he's up half a tenth up. It looks so good at night.
It
That's the
does.
best looking car at night. So tie between that and the Aston
So it
for the
doesn't
best
look
looking
like he's
car at
going to
night.
improve his time thus far past sixth place.
Unless he's really good coming up into these Ford chicanes, because he is. It's only a tenth and a half off of Chevy when he crossed the last line.
Yeah.
So he could
So
have
this,
he could have had a really bad run to this last Ford chicane here. That's about as clean as you can get, though.
yes, pretty much. He's gonna get a four. Oh, so
Oh,
close.
so close.
Mazda is off track. So
Oh,
he's
yeah,
done. He's done for. He's parked over there by the Porsche curves. Cupcake has gone through. So it looks like, and he's going into the pits. Green is fast,
green.
Spider. Everyone's pretty
Yep.
much done racing.
Yep.
Ninja
Jake is
Kid,
the only.
what is going on? Did he not? Maybe he wasn't. Oh, he's got a 3 second penalty. Maybe he didn't get
Yeah,
a clean lap in.
yeah. That happened to about half the grid in the AIM race last night. Was only everybody that started in the top six were the only people able to get a quality lap in. Because there's so many spots, like especially on this long of a track, where you pick up a half-second penalty, and that ruins your quality lap. Like you have to go for another lap.
Yeah.
So
Well, interesting.
yeah,
All
it
right.
was it
So
was a pain in the ass.
it looks like oh, Roses made it. Okay. This is not the order you folks see on your screen. This is not the qualifying order. This is just how they entered the lobby. So they're going to sort out all of this and start the race soon. So let them know that we're good on
Yep.
our end. Why
Yeah,
can't my chat work?
they're given a 5 minute break. So
Oh, they are.
that's what we did last night.
Oh,
So
okay. All right. So we got about 5 minutes before this race is going to start.
did you
So
want to go over the? Do you have? Or you probably don't have the graphics for the
I do have
officials.
the graphics, so this is the perfect time to
Oh,
go over
look at
that. So,
you!
so let's go over. First of all, let's go over the results from the pro race last week, which was at Spa. The stuff you folks see on the left side of your screen, that is our information for today's track. But last week's race showed bipolar winning, and actually by bipolar winning the race and taking the fastest lap last week, that actually clinched the team championship for Rodimus Prime. So that it was announced early in the week on our socials and in our Discord to the drivers that they have won and clinched the championship for that. So congratulations to those guys. They Tim and Jonathan or J Rod and Bipolar. They really just that was a match made in heaven. That's all I have to say about that. But he did take the win with Ninja Kid and Cupcake grabbing that. That's your teammate taking P3. So that was some good
Mm-hmm.
points. And so after that race was over, that puts, there's the points right now. So Rodimus Prime is at 102 points. Slowpokes, which is Little Mac and Ninja Kid. Now, Little Mac won last night, so got max points there. I don't know who got the fastest lap. I haven't gotten that information received yet, but
Last
the
night,
yeah, it's all
last
right.
night it was Little Mac. Little Mac
Oh,
got the
okay.
fastest lap.
So that means he got 19 points for that race.
Yeah.
And that team was up by 1 point over the Prowlers, which was Chevy and Wooly, and 5 points up your team, Speedy Weebies. So
Yeah.
the
But I will say there is one big in that whole battle for P2 and P3 in the team standings right now. There is one big missing element to that is going to absolutely hurt the Prowler's chance of getting P3. And that is the fact that Chevy is an AM driver racing in the pro race, so he will not get any points because Wooly could not make it or find a replacement in time, right?
oh right. So if Wooly didn't have a replacement, there's no points for them. So
Mm-hmm.
that means they would end up dropping down, and Speedy Weebies would move up and probably Sector 1. Now, Sector 1's only behind by 4 points, and we're talking we have a previous World Cup champion, and we have Carbon Boy, which is a pretty dang good driver. So, of course, well, Carbon Boy, I don't know how he finished last night. I don't have those results. And
Carbon Boy was, I believe, fifth.
okay,
Because I believe I gained 3 or 4 points on them in the championship last night.
okay, so yeah, it's going to
So
be interesting to see. And you know what? Maybe I wonder if my guy Hypre is watching. Hypre is watching. Um, I don't have the actual final tally on the points from last night's race, so I can't really put together. Although I totally should have done that. I had some time. I'm working out of town, so I'm a little bit out of my element, right? But if I could have got the points, we could at least had some guesses as to where the rest of the teams fall. So if you want to, my good man, while we're doing the stream stuff here, if you want to send the finishing order, if you happen to know it, unofficially, of course. If you happen to know it, maybe you can send it over to Pixteca, and if he's watching, maybe he could, or actually, you could just gather up what the points are, right?
I was gonna say I can just do so. I'll just do some math
just
on a notepad real quick.
Yeah, do some math on a notepad. You're pretty. You could do that, right?
I did forget to how to count to 20 later, so this might be a little off. But
Well, remember, it's 18, 16, 14, and then 13, 12, 11, 10 on the way down. So it's 2 points for first, second, and third. And then fourth is 1 point behind fourth. So 18, 16, 14, 13, 12, 11. Oh, the race is starting. The race is starting. The race is starting.
Woo.
Okay, let me...
No. There is one downside to if they mess up this start. This is the fact that it is a 7-minute pace lap around this track if they mess up.
Uh-oh, oh, there we go.
Yep.
My stuff is being weird. Come on, computer.
And lights out. There we go. Ooh, that is... Jake got a good jump out of that, so he's going to be... Uh-oh, don't go full wide. That is not...
This is going to be dangerous, folks. Oh, Muffin off. He goes. And Forza's... Oh, this is a red flag for sure. That is way too... they're going to red flag that. You watch. You just watch. That is going to be a red flag. I can promise you. Because if it's three or more, that should be a... Yep, there it is. They called it.
And bipolar just completely left.
Yeah, everybody was... Okay, and we'll go back to this screen now. And all right, so here's while you're getting those together, let me read off the. Do you have the point standings in front of you? The actual where they are in points. No, just the total from last week, the 102 points.
Yep, I'm looking at it. I got it on the Discord.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, if you want to sort that out, that'll be awesome. That'll give us a chance to sort out something to give you folks, and see how that goes. Okay, so it looks like they're probably having a conversation with a couple drivers. I didn't see what happened there, but I know it wasn't pretty. That's for sure. All right, so our timer's going to have to get reset too, so I have to get to that point. So that'll be good stuff. All right.
Just when you thought everything was going to be easy, didn't you?
Yeah, well... All right, folks, so we're going to let them sort that out. They're going to get they have the order together, so they will figure out what they're going to do here, and they're going to end up doing their formation lap. Now, last night, you guys kind of had that formation lap sorted out, just keeping it single file all the way to the end of basically until you got through the Ford chicane, and then everyone was starting to stack up 2 by 2. A couple of drivers kind of hung way back for some reason. I don't know what that was all about, but... hopefully they'll get it all put together here.
Between that and then Little Mac, who was the pace car, not knowing when to go. So we basically drove all the way to the pit exit before we took off.
Yeah. That sounds about
that
right.
Was quite comical. That was quite comical. You know, I also noticed we have 2 Stream Team liveries on the track today. Spider forgot to change his livery.
No, Spider's filling in for me.
Oh, okay.
He's running my car, and Green is running Tatiana. So the stream team has no actual permanent drivers running tonight. It's both reserves.
Oh, yeah. So, unofficially, Obviously, Rodimus Prime has taken the team championship, so I didn't even bother adding up their points.
Right.
But the Slowpokes, with adding the unofficial results from last night, have 86 points, so will sit in second. The Prowlers will have 79, sit in third, and then the Speedy Weebies will have 67, sitting in fourth. But Woolly's not here today. So that means that the Prowlers are getting no points. Which Cupcake, my teammate, showed up, but he needs to get at least fourth place to take the third in the championship.
Okay, so that depends also on. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, because
Unofficially.
there's nobody from Prowlers actually competing for points tonight.
Yep.
Okay. And so he just needs to get fourth or better. That's a tall order with Muffin and Mazda and Joey Cannoli and Jake and
Cupcake did qualify P4 in the Aston. Isn't you can do the one stop in the Aston. It is a pain in the butt, but you can do it to where no other car last night was able to get to the 45-minute mark.
Interesting. Now we'll have to see how that goes. That'll be interesting to see.
I know most of the MR cars that obviously didn't have damage at the beginning of the race pitted it like at the 50-minute mark, so they didn't quite make it to the 45 minutes because most of them ended up near the middle. Like they basically split the second half of the race in halves and just took a little splash and dash halfway through.
Okay.
So it's definitely gonna be a strategy race today. It's not necessarily a tire by any means. So.
Yeah. So I'm thinking that 1 second. I'm just trying to do some fancy work here, getting our stuff together. Got to try to get that timer just right. Trying to get that all figured out. A lot of things they're trying to fix to get everything working. So we'll see. Looks like because Bipolar has the pole. He is telling all the drivers that not to do more than 100 miles an hour on the Mulsanne, or anywhere more than 100 miles an hour. But on Mulsanne, they'll do 125. They're just going to cruise at 125 miles an hour. And then he's going to slow down to no more than 60 miles an hour for the start. So that's going to give everybody a chance to tuck all in and get ready to go. And hopefully nobody does anything stupid and just tries to dive in and take a spot. I mean, that first set of corners, just like in all reality, it would be better if you waited, because once you get on the straight, you're going to have the slipstream and you'll be able to just go right past anybody. So trying to pass into turn 1 and 2 before Dunlop is just kind of pointless.
That's assuming that everybody else. That's assuming the person you're trying to pass doesn't also have a slipstream.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So.
Okay, looks like we're about to get things started here, folks. So let's see if I can get my spectating to work. Get everything turned on. Okay. Here we go. Oh, let me turn on the audio. There we go.
Time for the most anticlimactic start we've ever seen.
And go!
Oh, roses.
That was close.
Wow.
Well, he thought he was going to try to jump it. Oh my gosh, that was close. All right, so now we get to watch all the drivers get sorted out. It was my understanding that they said that all of the slower drivers, or the drivers that belong in the back, stay to the left and let all of the fast drivers pass on the right, or maybe it was the opposite.
Think of it as a highway. You pass on the left, slow on the right.
Yeah.
Unless you live in Texas, then people go slow in both lanes. I don't know why. It's annoying.
All right, so let's see. Where are the rest? Why is Ninja Kid's? Oh, that's right. He's got to start all the way in the back, so he's letting everybody get around him.
Yep. So I believe it was it Bipolar, Mazda, Muffin.
I wasn't paying attention.
Cake, Cannoli, I believe was the top 7. Which Cupcake has some catching up to do.
Let's go down. I'm going to just go down the order here and let everyone take a good look at all their cars. So here's Bipolar Express. from Rodimus Prime. They are the champion. He didn't even have to finish the race today, and he still can win, right?
Oh
So,
yeah. He's just showing up to stomp somebody in the face. That's all he's
yep,
doing.
that's it. And the Captain Muffin in that Audi is really a cool sounding car, and it looks awesome on the track as it goes through all the corners and stuff. So,
Yep. It's hard to beat the sound of a turbocharged V8 sometimes.
yep. And that's the BMW too. It's a twin turbo, right?
Yeah, the BMW is a twin turbo. The Audi's only a single.
Yeah. And then we've
And
got
then
Jake. Oh, go ahead.
I honestly don't know what the McLaren is though. I've never driven the McLaren enough to remember what engine is in it.
I don't know either. Now, what I'm seeing here, so far what I see what the first top 4 drivers are doing is they're driving in 6th gear with, just to keep the car going and using the least amount of fuel as possible. And it looks like most of them are doing that. Chevy is kind of falling back. He needs to kind of catch up with that crew before the end of the. These guys are really spread out by like 20 seconds, so they all got to kind of get back together. Some of the drivers are still driving around in 4th and 3rd gear, including your teammate. So, got to try to save some of that fuel when you can. There's Carbon Boy, the other Audi. There's only going to be 3 Audis, I think. These 2 plus Renegade, right? No,
Renegade
Roses.
is not in.
Roses.
Yeah.
There's Joey Cannoli, and then we've got in the
Green.
Aston. Yep, and then Green, who's filling in for Tatiana, so he's driving her car.
He's normally in the Aston as Cannoli's teammate, actually, I believe.
Yeah, I think he is, and so he's like, "I'm not going to pass my teammate." It's like, "Hey, you're not going to take." Oh, you could take his points. So I'm sure he's not going to do that. Ninja Kid all the way back in 11th with Roses following him. I don't know why these cars aren't catching up and getting a little bit closer to all the rest of them. They're just asking to have to go 200 miles an hour to catch up to the rest of the group. So they kind of need to get closer together.
And just for info, the McLaren 720S, or I believe that's the 650, but they both 650. Run a twin turbo V8. So okay. Just for a little info. And then obviously you got the Aston back there with the big fire-breathing straight V8 or V12, sorry. We're feeding 12 cylinders of fury.
You said a straight V12? It's a V12.
Yeah. Naturally aspirated V12.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's what I was meaning. I accidentally said straight.
Okay,
but
looks like all the cars
I was gonna say for it having that big of an engine, it is not good on the streets. You can thank Gran Turismo BOP for that.
All right, so definitely all the cars are out there trying to warm up their tires, trying to get them as optimal as they can. Bipolar keeping it about 100 miles an hour. Now he's got to really slow it down and let these people all catch back up because they are all taking their sweet time being there. So they got to close all these gaps. But all right, let's keep an eye up front here. All right, sir.
Yeah. Oh, also, one little note from the AM race last night was there was a bunch of pit lane penalties.
Oh, I noticed that. Coming out is hard. It's hard to stay there because you're on the
going in. People are trying to brake as late as possible, and they just overshoot the entrance.
Yeah. All right, so into the Ford chicane now. Now he's going to slow way down and try to get all these cars to stack up. So all these cars are so far behind all of this, so it's not going to be good for them. They really need to get them all together. So he's slowing way down. See, look how far back all they are because they waited. Well, that's on them for. Now he can start anytime he wants right now, and there he goes on the gas.
I'd say the top 12. They got pretty good bunched up.
Yeah, they got closer together then. But look at that, freaking Jake just sails to the front. He got a great start.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that McLaren is not a slouch. Bipolar shuffles all the way back to third because Captain Muffin had the insight on that.
He did.
They come through the most famous sign to me in all the motorsports, that big Dunlop tire. Which is one fun corner to take.
I think that's one of like 3 tracks in the world. I think well in the game it's Tsukuba. I think Tsukuba's a real track, isn't it?
Yeah,
in Japan?
it's in Japan.
Yeah, and so that one has a Dunlop tire over it. This one does, and there's one other one somewhere. I forget where it is, but all right, here, look at this. Everyone lined up nose to tail down the straight. It's like everyone's staying in that slipstream. Let's go check in the back here. Okay, looks like Roses is trying to make a move. He's all by himself, and he's gonna have the outside. So unless Green can break later and keep him there. It looks okay. Oh no! Ninja Kid gets involved. Oh, he's got damage front, back, and all on the right side of his car.
Oh, that is
Uh,
not fun.
yeah, everyone was, and a second penalty to boot. Oh, God. Who got into him? I'm looking to see if anybody else has got damage. I don't see anybody else with damage.
I was not paying attention, so.
He's going to get eaten up. Look at this. His car is just going so slow. Everyone's getting around him. But it ain't over. We got 90 friggin' minutes left of this. So let's see. Up front, Jake is already 2 seconds out. Muffin has actually pulled almost a full second away from Bipolar, but then it's all a bunch of cars. As a matter of fact, it looks like Tom's making a move.
Getting Mazda. Oof.
I can't change my camera, folks. I only get this camera. I can't get in the cars right now because games. So
because Gran Turismo.
Yeah.
Also, for the question you asked earlier, Mount Panorama is the other track.
That's it. Okay.
Bathurst has it. Donington used to have one, but it got taken down in 2009. So those are the only 4 that have one. A Dunlop bridge like that.
All right, so let's see. Tom is in 4th with Mazda right behind him. Cupcake is up into 6th. That's a good place for him to be. He needs to be. Let's see. Everybody in front of him is a pro driver, so
Muffin is not. Sorry,
yes,
Muffin is. Sorry.
Muffin,
Yep.
his teammate is Carbon Boy, and he's the one that's not.
Yep.
Oh, here goes Tom. Tom is
back.
making a move on that Ferrari. I don't know if he's going to do much with it. Going into the Porsche curves, I know that Mazda's like, I don't like this section.
Yeah, we had a couple bad accidents going into the braking of the Porsche curves last night, so it was pretty bad.
Mazda has a penalty, so really all Tom has to do is just kind of hang out. He's gonna get the. Oh, they almost touched it.
Oh, but it's Tom. You know, Tom is not gonna want to read, and Mazda's gonna add another half second to that right there. He went way too wide on the exit of that curve. It should give it to him before they get to the Ford chicane.
Okay, here goes Tom.
Unless he just got incredibly lucky.
Oh,
Mazda's got damage. That's why
he does. He has rear end damage. That's why he went in there. Okay.
The moves Cupcake up to 5th.
Yep. All right, Roses comes through. Joey
Cupcake might get the run on Tom here. Cupcake got a really good run out of that, and he's closing up on Tom. Oh, and then Roses is glitching out in the back.
I saw that too. I was like, his car went like a yo-yo back there. Oh my gosh. As Tatiana would say, netcode.
Gran Turismo.
Yep, exactly.
This rate, that's what it is. So.
Let's see, Chevy and Tom are the only Mercs on the track right now because Woolie's not here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. So that means Tom is the only Merc that'll be bringing home points today.
Correct.
So.
All right, let's see. How's it looking up front? Oh, look at this. Bipolar is around Muffin. Muffin has a penalty.
Yeah, but Muffin's going to come back at him right now. That Audi is no slouch in a straight line.
Look at it go.
I would say, ooh, they bump a little bit. And Muffin does have the insides here, so he's going to get a position. But I imagine Bipolar's going to try to either come back at him this straight or wait till after the next chicane to try to get him into the Mulsanne corner.
Now you also gotta figure is like Bipolar doesn't have this huge sense of urgency, right? Because he knows the points are clinched, so he can actually afford to be a little bit more cautious and take less risk, right? To win the race, if that makes sense. Not that he would, but he's probably going to have like the slightest hesitation in some of the moves he's going to make because he knows he doesn't have to do them, right? But
Yeah.
they may be so small that we won't even notice them, right? Because
Which, you know, if honestly right now, if I was bipolar, I would just enjoy the slipstream for Muffin while you have it and just save fuel. I did that for about half of the first stint. And that's the only reason I was able to make it to the 45-minute mark with ease.
yeah, he might do that. They're staying pretty much in touch with Jake. Jake's about 3 seconds ahead, but these two could work together. I mean, it is possible that Bipolar can go and push Muffin up there.
Mhm.
You know, next lap around or on the long straights. Let's see.
Now
Let's check what's going on in the back here. I'm just trying to make sure we don't miss anything.
Which Rose's got around Cupcake on the straight, which I'm not surprised at all. That Aston needs to lose about 200 pounds to be competitive in a straight line.
Now look at this: the Aston, the Merc, and the Rari down there in 7, 8, and 9.
Ooh. Yeah, 2 of them having half-second penalties.
Mm-hmm.
So
that looks like Nigel, who doesn't, might have an opportunity to snag some spots here.
Yeah, this right here, Indianapolis and Arnage, is my 2 favorite corners on this entire track. They're just so fun if you nail them right.
So there goes the Ferrari over one of them.
Yeah, but will he? I don't think he's not going to get Cannoli.
No, but he got the slot in between them, so that'll be nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, for those of you, I apologize if I'm not catching your chats. I'm hoping they're coming up on the. Oh, they're not. So let me turn that on so you all can have your comments there because I'm not seeing them because I only have one tiny little screen to work on, folks. So, if you can, my brother, keep an eye on the. It looks like most everybody that's watching is on. Yeah, they're all on YouTube, except for a couple Twitchers. So if you want to keep an eye on the comments going on, make sure I don't miss anything I should be knowing about. All right, so that's going to end lap 3. That's 15 minutes worth of racing.
This should be a 22 to 23, 24 lap race. So if people are going for the one stop, they should be pitting either lap 11 or lap 12.
You know what? I'm just looking right now. Chevy is just going under the Dunlop Bridge. Carbon Boy is about there too. So even though he had to go in and pit, right? Oh, Magda just left. Did he disconnect?
This is GT7 for you, isn't it?
Well, Carbon Boy is making up some pretty decent time here. He's on his best lap right now. I wonder if he's going to catch this back group. He's only 5 seconds back, and he had to do a full pit stop, didn't he?
I believe he just did a damage and took tires.
Yeah, so he's.
I don't think it doesn't look like he took fuel. So
Green is way back there. I think he had to pit for damage, and Ninja Kid's pit for damage, so he's back out on track. But he's a full minute behind the leaders. And Spider, who also had damage. Yep.
Also, there is one person out on a different set of tires right now. I don't know if you noticed.
We're not allowed to say. But I'm
not saying who. I'm just saying one person is.
Hey, you can message it to me and let me know who it is. But I can go look through all of the cars and see what the cars are. I don't know how to slow down and get it right. Oh, okay, I see. I know who it is.
Mm-hmm.
So Jake now 4.3 seconds up. Jake is doing exactly what Jake did in round 1, or was it round 2, where he just said, "See you later, everybody," and just left them in the dust. He dominated.
He is not fuel saving. I can just tell by that RPM bar. He is maxing out every gear. So
yeah, he's definitely on a 2-stop strategy. Muffin is probably going to have to 2-stop that Audi because you kind of have to drive that one up there.
Yeah, that Audi is a gas guzzling machine.
Yep. My guess is most all of these cars are going to do a two-stop two-stop race.
Yeah. So the real key is if you're trying to do a one stop, you want to be within a minute of Jake, because that's around about how long a pit stop takes you. Is anywhere from a minute to about a minute 10.
Right.
So 60 to 70 seconds is a pit stop here. Assuming that's with, probably the best exit and entrance to the pits you can get. So this battle for 7th, 8th, and 9th here is really starting
Yeah,
to heat up again.
I just tuned in. I just tuned into it. I don't know if you noticed, but if you look at the let me go back. Here we go. If you look at the fuel situation between these three cars, and you're gonna notice something that I've noticed.
I noticed. I noticed earlier. That is the downside of that particular car.
Yep.
Yeah. So
this is going to be a fun race. These three guys are very well classed together. These are definitely all like top D2 drivers. Nigel gets a little wide there. He might pick up a penalty. Please
Muffin
don't.
just set the fastest lap of the race with a 55.5. So that's a pretty smoking lap.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Why is he driving so fast?
Because I believe he did have the slipstream from Bipolar for the Mustang.
Bipolar's behind him.
Yeah, but he got in front of him.
Oh, I guess on the one
away from Bipolar.
Yeah, that's true. It feels like that was like 5 laps ago, but it was really just 1 lap ago.
We've only done 5 laps. I know it's so weird when you're used to running, minute and a half to 2-minute 20 lap times to here it's right around 4 minutes.
Yeah.
It's a big difference.
He's actually gapped Bipolar, so now he's pushing his own air. He's not getting any help from anybody, and neither is Bipolar. He's not getting any slip either, so...
Does look like they're closing up to Jake, though. Not necessarily in the straights, but in the corners, because I believe crossing at the start-finish line it was like 4.2 seconds, and now it's down to 3.94 flat, so...
Yeah, he could fix all of that. There goes the 4. He could fix all of it just in one chicane. So...
Yeah. Which I don't know which car is going to be better where. I'm pretty sure, to me, the Audi's going to be better in the straights, but the McLaren's going to be better in the corners. So, just...
Look at Rose's. Rose's up in the top 5. He's probably like, I like this. This is fun. Wait, who's that behind him? Mm-hmm. Cupcake?
That is Cupcake.
Wait, where?
Cupcake's still holding on in P6.
Well, who was that back there with... Oh, that was Joey Cannoli back there. Okay. Sorry, I got confused. I thought his Aston was the one that was battling. Joey Cannoli 2 seconds up now on the Rari, and he's got Chevy, just sipping on that slipstream a little bit.
Makes me wonder if. Oh yeah, this is like the best price to make a move.
He gets out of it. Yeah.
Makes me wonder if Nigel and Chevy started battling at the beginning of the lap, and that gave Cannoli the chance to just slip away a bit.
That is quite possible.
Which Carbon Boy is still back there 4.5 seconds, so he's pulling some time out of him.
He has. He's in a lap. He's pulled out about a second from him, so that's not too shabby.
Yeah. And the more they battle, the more he's going to pull.
I'm going to double check our chats here. Oh, hello everybody. Okay, good. Everyone's still here. I'm just trying to keep... This is a fun little, like, mini slipstream battle going on with these three back here. Everyone else is kind of spaced out. And it's going to get this way. Like, once you lose the toe and you end up on your own, everyone just starts sliding away and drifting off.
Bipolar has pulled a second out of Captain Muffin since the last time we checked, because they were at like 2.2 flat, now they're at 1 second flat. So, but obviously Bipolar's going to have this dirty air going into the Porsche curve, so he's going to lose a bit of time here.
Well, maybe not, because that Audi has to really do some work. Look, he's gaining time on him in there.
Oh yeah, I guess it is the Audi. The Audi's very unstable through these corners.
Yeah.
And that BMW is just glued.
Yeah, I remember him saying before, he's like, in all of the corners, he's never going into second gear. He says, well, those turbos hit and that freaking car just wants to come out on you. So, Let's see what he can do through these corners. He's down into the 1 second mark. He's just a hair outside of the slipstream. If he can, like, make
Oh,
some headway,
that was a good drift coming out of there.
yeah, he saved it. He
That was
just did
some
his
nice
best lap
opposite
time
lock.
too, a 3:56.6. It's about a second slower than Muffin. On Muffin's, was that Muffin's last lap he did that? Yeah. So
Yeah, it was a lap before. Which, good news for Jake though is if these two start battling again, he's just going to keep pulling more and more time out of them. So.
yep, and I'm sure Tom is really hoping that they keep doing that, but they're
Oh,
pulling away
wait,
from Tom.
Cupcake got past Roses somewhere. Roses has another half-second penalty.
Roses has got 4 seconds back there, so something's definitely happened to Roses.
Yeah, she was 3 seconds up on
That's a
Cupcake
guy.
with a half-second
Roses
penalty.
is a guy.
Oh. Driving a pink car doesn't help, does it?
It's just.
No.
Oh, Roses
Yeah,
and a pink color. I get you now. No. It's,
yeah.
it's
There
bite the Roses.
there was a 3 second gap there.
He is struggling. He's
he's
all off
way
the
off.
track. He's discombobulated. He probably heard your comment about being a girl and he got him pissed off.
or maybe it was all the comments about the Audi being undrivable in second gear because he is in the Audi.
Yeah, it may be that. So that gives Joey Cannoli and Nigel and Chevy that 1 second penalty is going to translate to a lot of time between these two guys. He's probably going to lose close to 2 or 3 seconds on the group in front of him when he goes through this penalty zone. So I'm interested to see how close Joey Cannoli gets. Joey has no penalties. Neither does. Yeah. No, oh well, Chevy's about to be sad because he's going to get a half-second penalty. But look who's right there now. Carbon Boy, 1.6 seconds back.
Ooh. He's
closed
up all over him.
Yep, he has made a huge gains on them. He was, 9 seconds behind them at one point?
9, yeah. So, was it 9 seconds?
Oh boy. Rose is going to get another penalty right there, I'm sure of it. He was way off. Yep, now he's got a second and a half. He is just okay, so I'm really interested to see how close these guys. Where's that penalty zone? It's
coming out of Arnage.
Okay.
So in between Arnage and the Porsche curbs.
Okay, so
it's not the worst
he's
spot on the
catching
track.
The dirt too. He is really having a hard time with that car.
Yeah, that's everybody in the Audi was last night too. Carbon Boy was struggling the entire night with that Audi, so.
Well, look at this.
Definitely
Chevy,
not an Audi track.
Chevy has got Carbon Boy creeping. He is creeping down to 1.3 seconds.
Whoa! Jake's back in P3. He had a big off. He's got engine and rear end damage.
Oh no! What did he do?
He must have had an off at either like the Mulsanne corner or Indiana. I bet it was at Indianapolis. I bet he went too wide and washed the rear end straight into the barrier. That happened last night to a couple people. It was so easy to do there. So that moves Captain Muffin up. So we have a 1 second battle for the lead.
Okay, here's Rose's. Look at that, and Nigel gets around Joey Cannoli. My camera works now. Awesome. So look at that time just going down. 2.3, 2.2, 2.1. They gained close to 3 seconds on Rose's there.
Yeah. It's nice to see Carbon Boys having a better day through the Porsche curves than he did last night.
Yep.
Because he had a big accident thanks to a little bit of lag last night between me and him, so it was not a fun night for him there.
It's almost like having these guys out here. Oh, there's Ninja Kid in green having a little battle back there for last.
Yeah, and Jake just peeled off and said, "Hey, guess who that moves up to P4? Cupcake's up into P4 now."
Oh, look, Roses went into the pits too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he had damage, I believe.
So now your boy
he had
Cupcake,
damage,
yeah.
or he's just pitting early for the 2-stop. Because I mean, if you're doing a 2-stop, you strategically want to stop at 30 minutes. Yeah. Which we are 26 minutes in, so he's not. I don't guess he's a lap off of what a normal 2-stop strategy would be. So that's not too terribly bad, but the real question is how far is Jake going to fall back here? Because I'm assuming he's going to fill the car up, take tires and fuel.
Yeah, he might as well. Now, I'm watching this little battle here with Joey and Nigel, and this is a lot of fun. They traded spots on the last lap, and that could be by design. Maybe they're like, hey, I drove behind you for a couple laps. You want to drive behind me for a couple laps?
And Jake just came out of the pits. He is in P11.
Oh, Carbon Boy in the wall. At turn after, I forget what that turn is, before the Mulsanne straight. The last turn before you get on the Mulsanne. What do you call it?
Rouge.
Yeah, Tête Rouge. And he's in the wall. He's got front arrow and front right wheel damage. But that's all.
Yeah.
His engine's okay.
I mean, but the problem is that front arrow destroys your top speed, though.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, what's his top speed? He's at 158, 159.
Yeah, he's running. He's running right now as fast as the Aston will at full berth at no damage.
Yep. Ninja Kid now is 12 seconds behind Carbon Boy, probably frustrated. And Jake is getting around green right now. I mean, fresh tires. And
so the battle for the lead is down to 8/10 now. Bipolar's slowly been closing, but he's fuel saving, so he's just enjoying that slipstream off of that Audi, which I cannot.
Spider driving for me is currently half-second down on or half-second penalty there, and behind him is Roses back there, catching back up. All right, so up front, look at that half-second gap there between the leaders. I'll bet they're all just, oh jeez. Every time they get in that stinking dirt, I just pucker a little bit.
I avoid that dirt like the plague, because it's like you can do it 5 laps and be just fine, and then you touch it once and you get like an extra grain of sand, and it's just it's game over. So yeah, I'm assuming that's where Jake got the damage at.
It's possible. It was definitely, at least it wasn't all the way back like on Mulsanne or something, and he was having to drive it around like that.
Yeah, that's the worst.
Whoa!
Which he's a minute 12 back. So
Muffin is just drifting that car through the Porsche curves. I'm like, you crazy.
Yeah, mid-engine with the tire wear, not a fun combo there.
Yep. And now let's see. Tom is kind of all by himself. He's got nobody to play with, but he's sitting in the podium positions. Yeah, Cupcake
is 9 seconds at the closest to the car behind him. He's pulling away.
What does that say on the sign on the back of the car? Speedy Weebies, and there's an angry Cupcake on the piece of paper she's holding, but I can't read. I can't read what the.
It's an RWB and a high pre-livery. Or are you talking about on the front fender?
On the rear of the car there's an anime chick holding a piece of paper, and it's got a cupcake on it.
It says RWB Cupcake with a cupcake.
Oh.
Or Speedy Weebies with a cupcake.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Yeah.
So he's having a hard time on those tires. He is really struggling in those chicanes.
Who, the
Cupcake was? Yeah. Maybe he's got a little frosting under the tires.
The Aston. Yeah, maybe. The Aston does not much care for the Ford chicane though, so it doesn't. It likes the Porsche curves because they're more of a sustained, but it doesn't like the hard left, hard right. So, which bipolar's going for it. 3/10, 2.5 tenths. It's gonna. He's gonna back off. If I was him, I would just back off and hold it. Which Roses is off again in the Porsche curves.
Oh boy. Oh, wow. Muffin takes that turn all wrong, and Bipolar is right there to capitalize on it. He went really late into the turn and missed the whole right-hander into that. Oh, Roses has left the room now.
Yeah, that was on purpose.
Oh, he gave up?
That was him pulling over and retiring, so...
Let's see, let's go find... Here we go. Look at these three together, right? Nigel, Joey, and Chevy.
You got a second. You can throw over all 3 of them.
Yeah, no kidding. There was a guy that used to hang out with us all the time. Vasco Francisco from back in probably a couple years ago, and his comment used to say, "Man, you could throw a blanket over these people." That was his comment all the time about when they're all that close together. Now,
Oh yeah.
if Chevy
Ooh.
plays his cards right, which he doesn't, okay, I was gonna say if he pushed Joey to catch up to there, but instead they're gonna play musical chairs.
Mm-hmm. Play switcheroo, save the gas. So, and you know, in the middle of all this, they gain on Cupcake on the straights, but lose them in the corners. So I mean, they've gained a net total of 6/10 since he moved up to P4.
Huh. Well, they need to do better.
Yeah, maybe if they would quit playing musical chairs, they would be doing better.
Tatiana's in the house, people, and she says she's tuning in from the old Waffle House. That's awesome. You know what?
I'm jealous. I'm
That
jealous.
brings back memories. Um, really, the only time I ever went to a Waffle House. This is more stuff you need to know about Chris Ball that you never really needed to know. Was on my mission in Florida, and it's when the first time I ever experienced a Waffle House, and so I fell in love. Like I wanted Waffle House all the time. Anyway, it was about 5 years ago, and me and my family we moved to Louisville, Kentucky, and they had a Waffle House not far from the house that we were moving into, and so we moved into our house. And the first night we were there, we went out to dinner, and that's where we went. And the
Yeah.
whole time that we lived there, every year on the anniversary of our 1 year, we would go to that Waffle House and eat. That's the only time we'd ever go.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's the
You.
stuff. Oh, look, we got some pit takers already. All three of the top
Yep.
three are in.
Yeah. Which, you know, it is really hard not to ruin Cupcake strategy, knowing the fact that I know it. So
Well,
it's really hard not to say too much about it. So, which
well,
obviously these guys are all going for the 2 stops. So they're really learning from the AM race last night, because it was
well. It
mostly,
looks
you know.
like Cody's not going in yet. So let's see. There is our Captain Muffin in the pits,
Yep. Cupcake stays out.
and there is Rodimus Prime in the pits. Average Tom should be from High Pre. There we go. High Pre! Oh, should I do it? I'm going to put the big High Pre logo on the screen. High Pre in the pits! High Pre's in the pits, people! Okay, there we go. Just had to throw that out there.
So Nigel stayed out, Chevy stayed out, and Cannoli stayed out at least all for one more lap. So,
Yeah.
but I'm assuming they're going to go quite a bit further.
I'm just looking at the fuel situation, and I don't think fuel is an issue for these guys. I think the tires are going to be more of an issue for these drivers.
Yeah, I mean,
dark, too.
I only started losing about a second over like my entire stint. Like whenever I had a clean lap, because I was like married to the half-second penalty last night. But
did you spend a lot of time getting penalties?
I think I added it up after I watched the replay. I lost about 25 seconds over the course of the race because of penalties.
Oh wow, okay.
Which guess how far J-Rod finished in front of me in second? 15 seconds.
Yeah, you can tell that story. You gotta tell that story in just a second. I gotta answer Tatiana's question. So Tatiana was wondering what's going on with her sub. So let me go all the way to the bottom. There we go. 10th place. There's your sub. There were some incidents. There was some drama llama happening at the back of the field in a couple of places, which involved Green, Carbon Boy, Spider, Little Ninja Kid, and a few other people. So there's been some drama back there. But your boy's running up in 10th. My boy is running in 12th, who is in the pits now.
Speaking of Tatiana, who won the $20 bet last night over me, between you and Bipolar? That's the real question we want to know right now.
Oh, okay, Tatiana, you gotta let us know. What was the bet for?
It was the bet of, could I do one more lap than anybody else on less fuel?
Oh.
at the 45-minute mark, because I was the only person that made it to 45 minutes on the one stop. So they were betting when I crossed the line to start that next lap. They were betting if I could make it or not without having to run 120 miles an hour down the pit straight or down the Mulsanne.
Hey, you know what I'm noticing here that I noticed didn't happen much this time of the race. We're 36 minutes in, and look at all these cars from 3rd through 7th. I think are all on the same straight. Let's see,
I think we
2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th,
Tatiana
7th.
just called me a penalty queen.
There's Bipolar, who he already pit, and he's coming out, and he's getting past Tom. Although Tom doesn't seem to want to just give up the spot, even though Tom clearly knows. Oh, Tom. Well, that's weird. Okay, never mind. I can't say because it's a fuel tire thing. But anyway, you'll see what I mean if you look at the Tom and Bipolar's telemetry. You'll be like, oh, okay. But Muffin is in front of
yeah, this
Bipolar
could
by
play. Oh, this. If I'm waiting for Muffin's gonna have to fight his way through Chevy and Nigel. This is gonna be. Which oh, look who's on the back of Bipolar now. Tom gained a lot of time in the pit stops.
No, he just passed. Bipolar just passed Tom.
Oh, so he's lapping him. I thought Tom was in P3 going into the pits.
Tom.
Oh, so.
Yeah, they all pit. What I'm saying is when they pit, notice what happened with Tom.
Ooh, yeah, I see.
Right? I guess we could say that.
Yeah.
It would appear, folks, that when Tom pit, and he'll probably not do it right now, when Tom pit, he didn't take tires. Now, that could have been it could have been an accident. Oh, that was close. It could have been an accident. It could have been him. It could have been him missing to hit a button.
But, and Nigel and Ninja Kid just came into the pits, by the way.
Okay. Yeah, Nigel out of gas. 7 liters left, or 7% left. I don't know what the percentage is.
How are you seeing that?
Right up next to his soft tires, right there. The little gas meter, right there to the right. Look on the timing board. As his name,
I don't have a percentage.
His gap, and then the tires, and then that little thing that looks like a fuel pump.
I was looking down on the MFD. I was like, where the heck can you see that at? I'm not used to having a spectator view, so.
All right, so 7.3 seconds out there is Cupcake. He's still due for a pit stop, so he'll lose that spot. But at least he's getting to run in front, and I know he's loving that. Right?
Yeah.
He's having a good time.
With Cupcake staying out as long as he has, he's going for the 1 stop, which means Muffin's gonna owe another pit stop on, because there's no way Muffin is
not at that pace.
With him pitting at the time he did. He only pitted at like 35 minutes, so he's due for another pit stop. Basically,
they both will.
Everybody should be making another pit stop. If you don't make the 45-minute mark, there's no way you can just do a 1 stop. So.
Yep. So that means Muffin, who's 6 seconds back, he's gonna gain. He's got fresher tires, right? He's gonna gain. Bipolar's gonna gain. So they're gonna reclaim the front of the pack. Joey Cannoli, and man, I'll tell you, average Tom, he likes to get right up in there, man. He is not afraid to put his elbows out and scare the bejeebers out of the drivers around. I love it. He puts so much pressure on people, and it's like, I ain't gonna hit you, but don't make a mistake.
Yeah, and he's not afraid to stick that 6-foot bonnet that AMG does have. He's not afraid to stick that up the inside. Speaking of which, here it goes.
Yep.
Up the inside of Cannoli going into Indianapolis, or that's going into.
Yeah, he just broke late to dive right in there. So the problem is for Tom is he's gonna have to pit again, maybe twice.
Yeah.
Because unless he runs those tires into the ground.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the fuel to make another stint, so he's gonna have to pit again. Period.
I mean, doing 45 minutes on a set of softs isn't as bad around here because most of the track is a straight line.
Right.
So really,
I'm looking at his fuel. He didn't fill up all the way either. So something happened with him.
Which
I don't know what.
I mean, he could pit once and he has enough space to grab fuel. He could do a 2-stop and get away with it.
Look at this.
But I'm not. I don't.
Jake is up here in P6, only 24 seconds back.
Yeah.
He's making moves.
Yeah, but Jake's gonna have at least another pit stop to do. So.
Yeah.
Which there's only a 1.5 second gap between Muffin and Cupcake now. So Muffin's fixing to run into some heavy traffic.
Yep.
Which we will see if Cupcake is able to make it to the 45-minute mark or not. See if he comes in this lap or he stays out for another.
It'll be interesting to see. I don't know what I know what his fuel situation looks like. I don't know what the computer is telling him.
And he is staying out. So.
Yep. Clearly, his engineer is telling him he can do this again. So, but he's got some pretty fast drivers behind him he's giving them the signal to go on around.
Well, if his engineer's me, yeah, he can do another lap. I did it with less fuel yesterday. So, because when I came over, I had when I did my lap at the 45-minute mark, the bar was sitting at like the top of the E, and he's got a bit more fuel than that. So.
Look at that. He just lets the 2 leaders right there. Lap. He knows they have pace. And see, there was no blue flag. This is what I love about how the racing is done here at GT Champions, right? We have such a great level of drivers here that even though Cupcake is winning, right? He's in first place, right? He knows these drivers are catching him and they're faster. Instead of making them do something dangerous to pass him, he's like, here, come on by. I know. Like that's what I love about our group.
Yeah, Chevy's coming into the pits now. He came in with 7 liters of fuel. In that
how'd you know that?
Basically nothing. No, because you showed me. Ha ha ha. God, you think you're so funny.
I try. I'm old. I gotta get people to think I'm funny here because my wife certainly doesn't think I am. So.
No, she's tired of you by now, isn't she?
Maybe. Next year will be our 20-year anniversary. I'm sure she's getting.
Oh yeah, she's just waiting for the life insurance check. That's all she's waiting for.
Okay, I'm gonna take a little peep at my my teammate here, who is he's not a lap down, but his pace is definitely putting him on the path for that. He's just came through the end of the Mulsanne straight in that right-hander, and everyone else is already through the first chicane. So, or the second chicane on Mulsanne. So they're getting close. Mm-hmm. Let's see, I need to find Green. Green is up to 7th, so Tatiana's driver is up into 7th, but does owe a pit stop still. But I think Green's already pit once because he had some damage, so he's definitely going to make the 45-minute mark. So we'll see if he. Did
you just see what Tatiana put in chat?
Cupcake is a better human than me. If I am fuel saving and you're behind me, we are fuel saving.
That's how it was last night, to be honest.
That's funny.
Cupcake just got passed by Cannoli. And so that was for actual positioning. So because I'm assuming we're both pitting this lap. So if I was Cupcake, just enjoy the draft. That Aston leaves a big wake behind it.
You mean that big, frickin' gigantic wing on the back of it makes a big hole in the air for everybody? Is that what you're trying to say?
Who would have thought? And don't forget about the wide hips. That certainly doesn't help.
That thing has got birthing hips for sure. Like I wonder what it could.
That thing could give birth to an Audi and not even realize it.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. All right, so let's see. Tom is kind of out there by himself, but those two Astons are not far behind, only about 4 seconds. They're gonna pit. Mm-hmm. He's not gonna pit right now unless he wants some new tires or something. But
they'll look right behind Cupcake. Jake's only 20 seconds off of the lead right now, and closing in very slowly. He's pulling about 1/10 a lap, but he's still closing in.
Yeah, he's got some room to move. Look, he's just 7/10 up on Muffin's fastest lap.
He is flying
by nearly a second. I bet he throws a 354 in here. Look at him go. Oh my gosh. He's on a mission. He is revving that thing. He's like, screw this. This is now a fight. Okay,
Yeah.
so it looks like Joey and Cupcake both went in. So they're going into the pits now. Oh, I want to see this time.
1 liter.
Look at this.
Both
That's
of
funny.
them.
Look at this. Look at, it's going to be a 354. Holy crap, a 354.5. Holy mackerel. Okay, so that's
Yeah, I don't
fastest
think
lap bonus point for Jake's team. So
yeah.
mark it.
I don't think I could do that in an LMP1 car nowadays, and he's doing it in a GT3. Jesus.
All right, so in comes Joey Cannoli, and he's racing. He's RWB, right? I think he's racing for RWB. Cupcake is for Speedy Weebies. So since you're here, and I didn't ask this the last time, but I wanted to, what the heck is Speedy Weebies? And by the way,
It is
Jake
a
is
bunch
2 tenths up on his fast lap time already now. The one he just said.
Good lord. Speedy Weebies is just a bunch of GT7 sim racers that like to watch anime.
Oh, okay.
That is all. That is what a weeb is. A weeb is a person who loves anime.
Oh, I didn't know
That's
that. I
why
didn't know
we.
that's what that was called. Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, look
it
at
was
this.
better than our.
Oh, look at this.
Woo!
Carbon Boy and little or Ninja Kid are coming out, and wow, they were right there. It is like a whole bunch of cars all in the same spot.
Oh,
Ah!
that is like 2 interstates merging. That's like
Oh,
I-35 and I-20 merging.
it is. That was insane. So, Joey and Cupcake come out the same way they came in, and but lost 2 positions. Now, granted, Ninja Kid is gonna have to pit at some point, but
Both of them will. Carbon Boy and Ninja will both have a pit stop.
yeah, there's no way they're gonna make
So.
it on the fuel that they have. But still, I bet Ninja Kid's like,
there goes Cupcake's going for it. This is the battle of who is the slightly faster, slowest car in a straight line. That's exactly what the battle of the 2 Astons is right now.
they are the same. Joey could have probably made some headway if he'd stayed in his slipstream more, but he wasn't staying in there. Let's see. Now he's there now. Let's see what he can do. Joey's kind of like only keeping half the car in there. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. Now you want to know one thing I'm impressed of? You know, Bipolar has not been outside of a second of Captain Muffin in like 6 or 7 laps. That is consistency right there.
Oh! Ninja Kid off the track in the final chicane, and Joey and Cupcake go streaming on by. I'm sure that won't last long.
Ninja Kid's gonna cut back at Cannoli right here.
Yeah.
It is just the speed of that McLaren. He might get Cupcake too. I doubt it though. Because that is the nice thing about that Aston is you can get on the brakes so late. That's how I made a bunch of passes last night. Those in our cars is just pure braking power.
Yep. All right, let's see. We're halfway through the race. Let's run down the order real quick. We're gonna do a detailing group rundown. It's not an official thing.
Oh, wait a minute.
What?
Muffin's had a big off. He's 13 seconds behind Bipolar.
Oh yeah, and he's going into the pits. When did that happen?
Must have happened in the Porsche curbs. Because I checked on them about 20 seconds ago, and they were just as they were.
Oh, he is falling down the order. Jake's gonna go by. Tom's gonna go by. Jake is now in P3.
Yeah, second off of Tom.
Yeah, and only 17 seconds now behind Bipolar. Captain Muffin still hasn't even made it to his pit box, but the next car down is still not even gotten to the Porsche curves yet. So Muffin's going to come out with plenty of time ahead of them, but
it's depending on how long this damage takes and how much fuel.
And he's getting tires.
If I'm him, I'm throwing medium tires on and just gassing up the car and going to the end.
Well, let's see what he does. He's going to fix the car. He definitely put tires on. He's filling it. Looks like he's filling it all the way up. So we'll come back and check on him. But Jake now is all over Tom's bumper.
Oh.
I don't want to miss this.
Yeah,
This
this
is a
is.
pass for the second position on track.
And bipolar or Muffin filled up to about 3/4 of a tank, so he should be good to the end.
We're going to ride on
But
board
yeah,
inside with Jake here, inside that second camera they gave us in the game.
oh, that is just the hottest camera, isn't it?
It's pretty good. I like how it turns into the apexes too, so you can kind of see where the car's going to go. But it's dark out, man. Everyone is.
Now, you want to know one of my favorite little details to the graphics they've made in this game that I don't believe was in GT Sport?
What's that?
Is the glowing brake discs, especially at the Mulsanne corner. The Mulsanne.
Oh, they have them in Sport.
Oh, was it? I never did much spectating in Sport, so I wouldn't.
Oh my gosh, it's happening all the time. Yeah. There was the whole thing that was going around the internet for a while. People saying, "Hey, where can I get those LED brake discs?"
Oh yeah.
I want to get the orange ones. Those are cool. Here goes the pass. This is for P2. Now, yeah, yes. Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! See, here's the thing.
Tom's gonna get the better.
Jake is
get the better run.
Oh yeah, Jake is like I want to get there, but Tom is just what's the word I'm gonna put? The people from the UK are just more aggressive than U.S. drivers, right? In my opinion. And I think that's just the different ways that we grew up around motorsports, right? Like it's just oh Jake, gosh, man.
No. Yeah. Now you want to know one thing I just forgot about that I'm super impressed by with Tom? Remember, he forgot to take tires at the pit stop, so he's done 53 minutes now on the same set of softs, and he was able to hold that corner like that on Jake, who's on, took a full pit stop. So,
you know what? That's interesting that you say that, because in looking at this, he has the option then when he pits next to have a nice fresh set of soft tires and a full tank of gas to go the rest of the race. And they're going to last a lot. Look at this. Oh my gosh, Jake is all over him.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, and Jake even had to check up.
Such a good job of defending it.
There we go. That was it.
I think Jake's got it now.
Yeah, that's
maybe, maybe not. Oh, okay. That was close. Going through those little the Corvette curves right there always makes me nervous.
I'm so confused why Tom is staying out. He's only running 4-minute lap times, and because his tires. Why wouldn't he? It's well into the halfway through the race. He should be able to fill up and get tires and go, right? I don't understand that.
Or maybe he's thinking he just wants to be able to have the shortest pit stop when he has to stop again, which would be the more fuel he burns now, the less fuel he has to take at the pit stop.
That's true.
Because it's less laps he has to do. I mean, and with him he's within 20 seconds of bipolar. So that's not bad by any means.
Oh yeah, bipolar, that guy. Let me go up here and take a look at him. Hi. He forgot about you. He sees taillights. And I think that is Spider Team.
It's Spider.
It is. He sees that Lamborghini up there.
The stream team coming to get lapped already. What's new there?
Ooh, boy, no. Where's your mute button? Where's your mute button?
Did I do a cardinal sin?
No, you're just lucky I couldn't drive these last 2 races, because boy, it would be a whole different ball game.
As far as I'm aware, I still beat you purely on pace at Monza, so that's all I care about.
Whatever.
You were the one pulling a score me at Monza.
Hey, you tried driving that car at Monza. you tried getting through those.
I tried driving the Lambo around here. It was horrible.
Oh, Jake with a half-second penalty.
Hey,
not sure where you got it, but yeah, he's down 17 seconds now to bipolar, and both of them have to pit. What's interesting is Jake's going to have to probably pit before Bipolar does. I'm almost sure of it because he pit before Bipolar did, right? So Bipolar's going to have
Yeah.
more fuel.
Yeah, Jake had to pit because of damage, so...
Yep. And he's probably burning all the fuel he can think of because he's trying to catch up. So...
Yeah. Now, you know what would have been a good idea? I totally missed out on the opportunity to do tonight. On my notepad, I should have kept track of like who gets the most half-second penalties.
Yeah.
See if they could beat my. I wish Toddy would have kept track of how many penalties I got last night because it was in the double digits.
Then we can send them $50 as a reward.
Yeah, or like half a trophy.
Now look at this. Captain Muffin is in fourth. I'm kind of. I don't. I don't know that he can make it on all the way. I don't know if any all these guys that pit before 45 minutes are going to have to pit again. The only ones that I know for sure. Oh, look at this. Carbon Boy and Ninja Kid are battling it out here.
Yeah.
But
The only two right now that I'm sure that can make it to the end of the race will be Cupcake and Cannoli.
yep, 8th and 9th. They've got the fuel to make it, so it'll be interesting to see what this. Oh, this is gonna be so much fun. And they're only like 3 seconds apart from each other, so.
No.
Actually, it looks like Chevy could make it too. Maybe.
Yeah. Which they are all. So if. Assuming Jake and Tom. Basically, if everybody above them pits. Then Bipolar has a free pit stop on him. And then Jake might. But I believe if Tom was to pit, they would come out right as Tom came out.
Yeah.
So that would be the battle for P3. Because it's. Like I said. Oh, speaking of Tom going into the pits. He is right now.
So is Jake.
So is Jake. So.
And right now I'm on board looking at Green here. So Green is definitely not used to driving an MR car after driving his. He drives the other Aston Martin.
The other
in the
Aston.
M class. Yeah, and he hasn't done anything.
Cars.
He hasn't done anything faster than a 402.
Yeah.
And that was his out lap.
That was
406 is his fastest time.
Lap's gonna be faster.
Yep, so he is definitely struggling in that
race
car.
pace last night. That is still faster than my race pace last night, but I was also running fuel map 2 the entire race, so.
Well, the interesting thing is at least I know that Stream Team is getting at least 2 points for each car on the track because they're in the last 2 spots. So they're going to get points. All right, so Bipolar's still out there. Muffin 56 seconds back in second place.
Which Nigel's just now coming up to the Ford chicane, so Apex is coming out.
Yep,
so
Jake
Apex
just
got
came out.
And Tom's out. So they hold on to P3 and 4.
Yeah. Pretty solidly too.
Yeah. Actually, they literally took a full tank, so they are definitely good to go.
They are. I mean, here's what I'm guessing. So Jake, he's 1 minute back. It's about a 1 minute pit stop, or 40 something seconds, right? For the
it'll be about a 20-second gap.
Yep. But Jake now has full fuel and full soft tires. He can pin it and just keep his foot to the floor and push the headlights out of the car and go as fast as he wants to go and have plenty of fuel for it and try to close as much of that out, this undercut, that he can get on Bipolar. I mean, I don't know. Technically, I guess it's not an undercut because he had, but you know what I mean. He's going to be much faster, his pace.
Yeah, compared to Bipolar's pit lap, it's an undercut.
Yeah,
but it's not. I don't think this was his preferred strategy because he did have to pit for that damage relief.
Yeah.
So
my thought is that even though he's going to come out, and he's going to come out nearby, he'll definitely have some laps on those tires. And then Bipolar's going to come out with just enough fuel that he needs to get through the race and a fresh set of soft tires. So
yeah.
We'll see how that works.
Now we
Let's
do.
See.
We do have a pretty good little battle heating up for 5th between Ninja Kid and Nigel. So they're within 7/10 of each other at the moment. They were about half a tenth going into that Mulsanne chicane. So
You
they were
know,
bumped.
Nigel is a whole new race driver with the ASM turned on for that Ferrari. Like that, it's like
I
right.
think everybody in that Ferrari is.
Yeah, it's like he was. I remember the race one and two. He was just like, I freaking hate this thing. I freaking hate this thing, right? And it was his idea to put it in here, right?
Mhm.
But it's just
Ooh, bipolar is starting to get blue flags from Spider now.
okay.
So that'll be. Hopefully he'll catch him in the on the straight. So
Yeah, well, I know what Spider's gonna do, and as soon as he gets close enough, Spider's just gonna move over and let him by. He's
oh
not gonna
yeah.
bother with him.
Mhm.
Whoa! Did you see what the heck?
Oh yeah. Whole game just skipped. Yeah.
The whole game just said we're gonna go back in time just a second.
Oh, Jakey almost had another boo boo. Whew. He got him. He got up onto that gravel again, in the gravel trap he keeps talking about at Indianapolis, and it almost took him.
Oh.
It almost claimed another victim.
Well, somebody just spun. Who is that? That's Nigel. His car. I saw a blue triangle spinning, and he's stuck. Oh, he's stuck against the wall. His
Oh, has he spotted? He has spotted, hasn't he?
what
There
it?
you go. He's out now. Where like you spin at the pit entrance to Spa and you get wedged between the two walls.
Oh,
You
yeah,
can't get
something
out.
like that.
You pull a Mr. Bean.
Yeah, or what was the guy? What was it in oh, Mike Myers, the spy shagged me whatever guy, and
Austin Powers, the
Austin
spy who
Powers,
shagged me.
and he had the little cart in the hallway that he's trying to turn around.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right, so let's see.
that's so
Bipolar,
funny.
is he already passed?
Yes, he
Yeah,
is.
he is. Okay. All right, so Muffin is 58 seconds back, and what sucks for him is he's gonna have to probably pit again. Well, yeah, he'll probably have to pit
Yeah,
again. It's gonna be close. He'll probably
yeah,
have to
because
pit again.
in the Audi you need about 3/4 of a tank for about a 30-minute run.
Okay. That means
So
Jake is going to be doing okay. He's got a penalty right now. He's a minute and a half back. He was only about a minute, so he lost about 20 seconds somewhere.
hmm
He must have had some
no,
real issues.
he left the pits at a minute 20, which he's just gone purple.
Okay.
Casually gone purple on a 54.5. Only
Tom is doing
that's a Jake
okay. He
thing.
definitely got his pit stop done, and he's got his tires. So he is
hmm
100% ready to go, and he's in fourth place. So that's going to be a great finish for High Pre. High Pre! Okay, there. I said it.
Which Nigel's coming into the pits now, obviously with the
Yeah,
damage.
he had to go fix that damage. Let's see. Ninja Kid is in fifth now, up into fifth place points, although he's going to have to pit again.
hmm
Um, and Joey
Which
Canoli and Cupcake are only 2 seconds apart from each other.
yeah, they have been for quite. Now I am watching the gap right now between Cupcake and Muffin, because Muffin's basically say a minute back on Bipolar, and Cupcake's only a minute 54 back on Bipolar. So there's like a 54-second gap between Cupcake and Muffin. It's funny the two
So
pastries, right?
when Muffin comes out of the oven, the cupcake will be not far behind, but
Right,
the
either in
cup,
front or
yeah,
right there with them.
yeah. But Muffin's gonna come out with brand spanking new tires and the fuel and
He's
have to fuel save and
he's gonna come straight out of the muffin bin,
yep.
ready to whip the frosting.
he's gonna peel off the little paper cup and get
Yeah.
going. I can't think that's enough pastry jokes for the night.
Who would have thought GT7 and pastries go hand in hand?
Yep.
Now, this is
Chevy.
assuming the
Wow.
cannoli doesn't catch up either, because the cannoli could like lose its filling and go really freaking fast, become more aerodynamic.
All right. Oh, and we have our bipolar coming
Oh,
into the pits now, and Muffin's not even anywhere near the Porsche curves yet.
yeah,
So
yeah. Muffin just came out of Jesus, or Arnage. So
Yeah, that corner.
he's yeah.
And so Bipolar hasn't even hit his pit stall yet. He is down with 5% fuel. Man, his
Mhm.
tires look great. He could have kept on going. So into the pits
Yeah.
he goes. Some new tires.
But obviously, if you're bipolar, you just keep it chugging along.
Okay, here goes Muffin. He's in Porsche curves now, just coming out of them. And into, what is this last part called?
You hit the Corvette curves, which is the little quick right left, and then into the Ford curves,
Yeah.
or the Ford chicanes.
Into the Ford
So
chicanes he goes. So Muffin should come out ahead, but he's not going to be able to make it the rest of the race. So
no.
he'll have to pit again anyway.
If he somehow, I'm surprised bipolar isn't out of the pits already because he's not taking a
He's
full
coming
tank.
out
Oh, he's
right
coming
now.
out right now. Ooh, ooh. How close is this gonna be? Oh, it's gonna be a
Oh,
penalty.
it's right there. Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
And bipolar's just probably gonna walk off and leave him in the dust. Fresh
Bipolar
tires.
nearly filled up the car. He filled it to like 7/8 of a tank. So like he's got all that he needs and the fresh tires. So I don't think unless he makes a mistake, Muffin's not gonna be able to catch him. Not on worn out tires and knowing that he needs to fuel save to make this race. So interesting. Okay, all right.
Yeah, fuel save. Ninja Kid's coming in, so that's gonna promote Cupcake and Cannoli up. So that means
Yep.
Tom and Jake are the only two. Actually, Tom and Jake are good. So
Yeah, but they're only 3.5 seconds apart.
yeah. So it's gonna be when Muffin pits is gonna decide if Cupcake gets fourth or not. That'll
Yeah.
be the deciding factor.
So let's see. Cupcake is 103 back, and Muffin
And
is basically at
is
the
a
front.
second.
So
Yep.
he's like a minute 3, and Muffin is not going to have to pit for full fuel because,
No, but he may take tires, which will be another 20 seconds or so added to his time.
well, tires is only like a 5-second stop
Oh, is it?
for the tires. Yeah, it's like five. Well, it's
Yeah,
like
but
four. It's like 4 seconds. But here at this one, there's always that front right wheel man that never gets his job done in time. So I think it's closer to 6 seconds. But it's the same for everybody, right? So.
yeah, somebody hired the Haas mechanics of 2018 to come do tire changes in 57.
Oh, that's funny. All right, so Jake
Yeah.
is kind of keeping Tom back there a little bit, still under the 4 second mark.
Oh, here comes Muffin. At a 10th, and he let off. Okay. He was down to like half a tenth of a second off of. He's basically rubbing bipolar's bumper and backed off.
Now,
And
if you were Muffin, would you really want to pass him?
oh, I would just because I'm egotistic, but it wouldn't be smart to.
I would think he'd want to stay there and just get all of the slipstream he can get and short shift that thing. But nope, there you go. There goes the ego thing you
Well,
talked about.
I don't think he has enough fuel, even if he was to throw it in like short shift and stay. Because the problem is he starts short shifting enough, and bipolar's not going to be saving gas. He's going to pull away and lose the draft. So
Yeah.
you might as well fight. And God, that gravel trap.
I know. It's like, what are you guys doing? Stay away from there. You're giving me anxiety every time you get over there. All right, let me check down
God,
the field really quick here. So, in first, we got
so
Captain Muffin with Bipolar Express in second. Jake is in third, only barely by 4 seconds ahead of Tom, who's got a massive gap back to P5. Now, of course, we've been talking about Muffin's going to have to pit, so that P5 may be a P4. By the time that happens, we'll see Joey Cannoli not far behind, only 2.6 seconds. So both of these Aston Martins could be in a fight for P4 when
yeah,
Captain Muffin pits. It'll be interesting to see how it
this
works.
is gonna be a 3-car race for P4.
Yeah, Ninja Kid not having the best race. That early wreck, the
Ooh,
early damage he received was not great.
I just noticed Captain Muffin has damage, and he's going into the pitch right now. So
Well, Spider's in the pit.
this is the money stop. This is the money stop for
All right,
Muffin.
you keep an eye on his pit time when he comes out. I'm curious to see how long the pit stop was for him. So let's see. Jake is coming all the way through the Porsche curves now. So he's
Where's
definitely
okay?
going to
So
pass him.
yeah, Cupcake is gonna be the one to watch. Where's Cupcake at
He's
right
back
now?
there away still.
Going into the Porsche
Oh,
curves.
somebody just spun around. Oh, Jake spun, trying to go. Jake spun.
Oh,
Oh, no
does he have
damage. No
damage?
damage. So
Okay,
Jake
so
is okay. But he
yeah.
just lost that spot to Tom, so Tom moves up to second place. Cupcake and Connolly are nose to tail by half a second coming out of the Porsche curves right now.
Muffin is
Muffin
still taking
is
fuel.
okay, so they are now officially out of Porsche curves. They are coming down,
And he's out.
heading for the Ford chicanes. Okay,
And Muffin's out.
okay, so they're in the last Ford chicanes here. So
Yeah,
there's
Muffin's already heading up through Dunlop, so Muffin got out way ahead of him.
yeah, but Jake, man, he just spun that car on. Tom is thinking, get the heck out of here. This is awesome.
Mm.
I'm not sure if I've ever seen Tom. You know what? Bear with me. I'm gonna keep a camera on Tom who's doing this. I'm gonna do a quick check on something if I can get my mouse to work. Stand by, folks. This is what we do. We keep all the stats on GTChampions.com for all of the events that we do, and I can actually search by drivers. So let me find. That's John YDG. Oh no, Viper. Average Viper, right? Yeah, that's Average Viper.
Yep.
I'm
Well, then
trying
I
to.
don't
I'm
want to
gonna
see what
find
my
out.
stat page looks like on there.
I want to see if he's ever been on the podium in any of our events. World Cup Season 3 in GTC 4. He has he has 2 wins, and but on podiums he has 5 podiums in GTC 4. Now GTC 4, this is not putting anybody down, but that GTC 4 is the lowest division down there. That's when he first started racing with us. So these guys he's racing with now are a whole different level, and look at him go. Look at that.
And his best finish in GTTC this season is P6, which was at round 1.
Okay, so now what's interesting is I know that Jake has a faster pace. Jake has what it takes. I think we're going to be seeing a battle for P2 in probably another 3 laps.
He's currently losing time to Tom right now, actually. He's lost about a tenth and a half.
Why? Yeah, that's weird. Okay, so Jake's gonna. Muffin is 11 seconds behind Jake. He's gonna basically have to settle for fourth. How is he 23 seconds ahead of Cupcake? What?
Because it wasn't a full 60-second pit stop.
Well, that's true, but yeah, I guess he was quite a bit ahead of him when they were coming through the chicanes. But this little battle right here for P5 is going to be a fun one to watch between these two Aston Martins.
They're both sitting back there being twins with a half-second penalty.
Yep. So let's see. So right now we have Bipolar in first. Tom is in second so far, and Jake, right? So it'll be interesting to see. I'm gonna do some math really quick here. So stand by, and you can. Oh no, Cupcake's got a penalty.
Cupcake and Cannoli both do.
Oh, they both got one.
Yep, both have a half-second penalty. So that Aston is a penalty magnet. You can ask Tatiana about that last night. Not saying totally wasn't my driving, but yeah. Like it ended up being a joke on stream last night that it was like every lap I had a penalty, and I'm pretty sure they're basically right.
I don't see either one of them with a penalty, or did they bleed it already?
Oh yeah, it's coming out of Arnage back there, so they already got rid of it.
Oh, okay. Missed that.
Ooh, Cannoli was gaining on him going into the Porsche curves. You know, I will admit that Aston feels so good into going into the. Ooh, Cannoli had a bad line through there. So
yeah, I noticed that he was a little off there.
Aston is amazing in the Porsche curves. It just the rear end sticks so well. Oh, Cannoli's gonna have the run. Oh, he stays back there.
I was gonna say he's not gonna make a move here. I wouldn't think, but
That would be the one of those two chicanes you'd want to make a move into, because you cannot follow someone through that second half of it. Which Cupcake's trying to dart away now, I bet. So is there anybody in the top like 10 that may not be making on the fuel? So Cupcake and Cannoli are going to be the two trying to stretch it, obviously.
Yeah, Muffin can make it because he's just pit. Jake is good.
Everybody else will be good.
Yeah.
Everybody else will be fine.
It looks like it's going to just be where it stands right now. So.
Which means Speedy Weebies will be 4th in the championship by my unofficial proclamation.
Your unofficial proclamation? Well, I guess that all depends on the on what happens. I mean, anything can happen with the leaders.
Yeah, unofficial.
It is dark out, man.
Oh yeah, it gets dark out there. Trust me.
Oh, Jake just got a 1 second penalty, and he's 4.1 back behind Tom right now. So he is.
Wait, he's 10.3 to Muffin. Muffin's gained on him.
Well, he's losing some time. He's been losing some time, which is the part that I'm trying to sort out.
Muffin's last lap was a 3:53.9, and then Jake's last lap was a 57.5. Just 3-second difference in lap time right there.
Let's see.
So it makes me wonder if Jake's just struggling in that MR car. Because Cupcake obviously has way newer tires because he pit way later than he did.
Yep. I'm just looking down the order to see if there's any other little battles coming, and not really.
Just Cupcake and Cannoli, but they've been like that for like the entire race. So
that last wreck that happened to Nigel has just destroyed his race, and he's got front damage right now too. So I don't even know if he's going to pit again, or if he's going to. I mean, he's not going to lose any. Yeah, he's pitting. Yep. He probably figures I'm not going to lose any more spots. I got 50 seconds ahead of Spider. I can fix the car and go from there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, bipolar. Ooh,
that was close.
Took out 8. Oh. The grass. It was the grass. It's always the grass. Yeah. Now see, I've always learned from LeMans, there is one way to tell a driver that has experience around this track, and Bipolar just did a 54 flat. I am done with life. Okay, but going back to what I was saying, there's one easy way to tell a driver who has experience around this track, and it is that line that Bipolar just took going into the Dunlop chicane, where you stick as far as you can to the right, even on the apex curbing, and it's just such a faster line. I've seen a lot of people, especially in daily races, they stick to the inside the white lines.
Right.
It just opens up that corner so much more.
Jeez, oh wow!
Seems like everywhere you're touching a little. No, it seems like every time I see him, he just touches a piece of like, let's see a little dirt cloud pop up.
Well, you don't go that fast unless you use every inch of the asphalt, right? And some of the dirt. So apparently.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Tom, look at Tom. He's 5.5 seconds up. Like, so Jake is struggling. Oh, he's down to 7.5 to Muffin. Something's going on with Jake's car, or Muffin is just on a tear, or both.
I'm wondering if Jake may have damage and it's just not showing us. Well, he just went purple first sector. So
well, watch him as he goes down Mulsanne, and let's see what his speed is. Who's that in front of him? Is that Muffin he sees in front of him?
That's Tom.
Or Tom? Yeah.
Yeah, because they're only covered by about 11 or 12 seconds. He can see Spider and Tom in front of him. No, I don't think he has any damage. He's hitting 175.
Yeah, I was gonna say 175, maybe even 6. Yep, he gets the 6.
Yeah, running 13 miles an hour faster than the Aston in a straight line.
That's crazy.
And it's a miracle. It's a miracle I got P3 last night.
That's like DRS in Formula 1. Like, that's how much pace you get when they open the wing. Like, that's crazy. Basically, he has DRS over all the other cars all the time.
I mean, At least over the Aston. I don't know about some the Audi and the McLaren, the Merc are just as fast, but that Aston is not.
Well, let's
So like
see.
the one track, that big rear wing doesn't come in handy.
Oh, look at this! Look at this! Oh, so Joey Cannoli is getting a bump draft from Cupcake. I think
Cupcake's gonna enjoy that slipstream.
so. Now Joey Cannoli's up to 5th. Your teammate's falling back, sir. There, I said it.
Oh well.
He's falling back by a whopping 4/10 of a
yeah,
second.
but look at Cannoli's top speed in that Aston.
Well, I'm gonna see if I'm gonna see how fast. I mean, this is ridiculous how slow Cody's going.
160. He got 163, 164. Yeah, and then the bump draft comes in. But like,
oh my gosh, that was terrible top speed. Yeah, these things do not have the oomph.
No, they do not. It's like you need to pull out a knife and cut off the rear wing.
Oh, Cupcake just got a 1 second penalty. So did Joey Cannoli. They both did.
They've had it. It just probably wasn't popping up on your screen. They've had it since they started on the Mulsanne.
Oh, okay.
They probably went wide at the exit of the Porsche curves and then at Tetra Rouge.
All right, now Muffin has got a penalty, half second. He's still 8 seconds back. Jake has made some moves. He's under 4 seconds again to Tom. So, my how the wheels are turning.
My how the turns have tabled.
They have. The tables have turned and the turns have tabled exactly. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness.
Which Tom is up on his best lap at the moment by almost 2/10. I just happened to scroll and see that. So he's actually pulling a lot of time out of Bipolar, at least in the corners.
Well, yeah, we don't. I mean, Bipolar has got nothing to worry about. Like,
yeah,
I'm gonna actually go on board with Bipolar for this lap.
The grass. Oh, the grass. Every single lap he touches that grass at the entrance to Tetra Rouge. Oh.
I want to see what his top speed is in this car. He's already at the Aston Martin's top speed, and he just basically got straight. Like, this thing is 170, 172.
Like 170, 173. 4, 5, maybe 5. 175, yeah.
So he's only about a mile an hour off on that McLaren.
Yeah, which is a century on the
yeah,
on the Aston.
Indeed.
I'm wondering what's this Merc gonna hit.
Now make sure you keep an eye on that that battle between Jake and Muffin while I'm on board with Bipolar in his.
Oh, when did Muffin get around Jake?
He's been around him.
Has he?
Yeah, remember Jake spun. Remember it, but he didn't get any damage.
Yeah, but that was before Muffin even.
No, Muffin drove past him during that. That's when he went around him.
Oh, did he spin again?
No, just the one time.
Oh, I'm losing my mind.
It's okay. I'll help you find some of it. The rest of it, you'll have to help me find mine.
I'll probably have to go look at it on the Mulsanne straight and see if I can find what brain I was trying to gain a mile an hour. So it feels. I feel like we could have just used half an engine and gone faster in a straight line. The one time a V6 and an Aston would make sense.
Well, this is nearly going to be when Polar finishes this lap. There will be about 5 minutes or 4 minutes left in the race, roughly.
Yeah, so he may have one more lap, may have 2 more laps.
Yeah,
depends how fast this. Which everybody else should just have 1 more lap. So
yeah,
because Bipolar or Tom's just now coming into the Mulsanne corner. So
yeah, so when he comes across the line, it'll go into his penultimate lap. Everyone else, it'll go into their final lap because he's that far ahead of everybody. Now I'm going to watch this as he goes through the Porsche curves. This is going to be really interesting to watch how he does this because he's got a line through there that I can never quite do.
Or no, wait, no. Next lap will be Bipolar's last lap too. So He'll just be farther around the lap when the timer hits.
Oh
We're
yeah, you're
being
right.
dumb,
So
aren't we?
this is his penultimate. Yeah, he is on his penultimate lap then.
We're being big dumb right now. Don't worry.
That's all right.
4 hours of sleep and
At
90
least
minutes
I'm not
of
on a
Le Mans to do
painkiller
last
this
night.
time.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't help. I got 4 hours of sleep yesterday, worked all day, worked a 10-hour shift, came home and did 90 minutes of Le Mans in pure darkness. Oh. Just the temptation to take a nap on the Mulsanne straight.
Oh no!
So
Bipolar crashed!
Oh!
He crashed!
Big crash.
And he's
Big
past the
crash.
pits! Oh no, he can't pit
Oh.
either!
With engine
okay,
damage.
that he's got engine. Oh my gosh! Hey Tom, go!
Tom, you better get a move on. Wait.
Oh
Hold on.
my
Okay,
gosh!
so wait a minute. Okay, thinking. Okay, so if Bipolar had pit, because he's gonna pit. There's no. He's got to pit.
He's not gonna. He can't pit. He passed the pit entrance. He's got to.
No.
He's on the white flag lap.
Oh yeah, you're right.
This is the last lap. He cannot get around in 4 minutes.
I was thinking we had one more lap, but this. How much time is he gonna lose?
Well, he was at 46 seconds. It's already down to 32, and he's hasn't even gotten through the first sector yet. Tom is probably thinking, why is that time going down so quickly? Or he may not even be paying attention.
Yeah, he may
Jake is all the way back 15 seconds, so Jake clearly had another incident, and now he's got Captain Muffin on his tail. This is for the podium spot right here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep an eye on this. Keep an eye on that bipolar situation. I mean, he wrecked his car. Oh my gosh, on the final corner, and he wrecks his car. Yeah. That is that's terrible.
Go back to 5th, 6th, and 7th right now.
7/10
between all 3 of them in there. Good lord.
This is changing everything. I don't even know what to do with myself.
No.
Okay, I want to watch this. Here we go. This is. Oh, look at that! Jake gets a freaking 1 second penalty after passing, or Captain Muffin is right behind him by half a second. So Jake is going to lose this position to Muffin. Oh, where's Tom? Tom's down to 20 seconds. Oh!
Yeah. I was gonna say, because Bipolar is just now coming into the next Mulsanne chicane. What I'm currently watching is the delta from Bipolar to Muffin, because it's only at 33 seconds, and with them two fighting and going full burst, you know they may catch him by the end of this lap.
Jake is making his move. Jake is making his move.
No, Muffin's making the move.
Oh yeah, Muffin's making a move. Oh boy! What's that gap now with Tom?
Who has the bigger gonads?
Oh, side by side.
This is the battle. Who has the bigger gonads right now between Muffin and Jake? Jeez.
But Jake has a 1 second penalty, so Muffin just has to survive it, and he's gonna get him.
Okay. It is down to a 6.5 second gap.
Oh my gosh, where are they? Okay, let's go see. Bipolar. Oh, I see the headlights. Tom is probably freaking jumping up and down to take a freaking win in this. That's going to be awesome. Oh, I don't know if Bipolar is going to make it. I don't think he's going to stay on the podium even.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've been watching the gap to Jake. Jake's only at 15 seconds.
Oh.
So Bipolar may go from 1st to 4th in a lap.
Yep. Heck, he's gonna get passed. He's gonna get passed by who's driving that Lamborghini? Is that Spider Team?
Yeah, Spider.
Oh, look at this! Look at this! Side by side, they still go.
There goes Jake. Now, if I was Muffin, don't be aggressive. Just wait. Just get a better corner out of Arnage right here, and then you get that one.
Yeah, this is where it's gonna happen.
2 seconds. Yeah, because right here's the penalty. He's gonna lose 2 seconds because of that 1 second penalty. And he's not going to be able to make a pass in the Porsche curves.
Yep. Oh. Muffin is almost out of gas. Bipolar is going to...
Bipolar is just now going into the... Oh my, this is going to be so close.
This is going to be so close. I don't know what to do. Okay, I'm going to go back here too. Where's that
They're gonna
6, 7, 8? Oh, something happened.
is yeah. Cannoli went off. Cannoli had a
Yep.
bad off,
Okay.
I'm guessing.
So I want to make sure I
But
don't miss Tom coming through for the win because he's about to do that now. So we're gonna go up to position 1 and watch Tom as and finally in the final chicane he's gonna come across. Average Tom is gonna take the
ooh,
win. Congratulations,
oh,
Tom. Good job,
is
man.
M-
Bipolar
Muffin
is
maybe
in. Oh, I don't think he's gonna
Bipolar
get
gonna get
him.
second? Oh, he's not.
He's not.
Bipolar
Bipolar
holds
gets it.
on to
Muffin comes.
second with a blown engine.
Oh, and Jake gets through in
Bipolar,
4th.
Muffin, Jake, Ninja
Woo!
Kid is just now going into the Porsche curbs.
Oh my gosh, that was crazy.
Now is
That was
Cupcake gonna
crazy.
hold? Okay, now see now the next question is who's gonna be the better of the Astons here. Cupcake has a half-second penalty to serve. That is going to put them bumper to bumper going into the Porsche curbs here. The battle of the V12 Vantage is going to
Oh,
come
there we
down to
go.
the
There's
Porsche
a
curbs
move.
almost.
They're out of gas and they're still fighting. Going into the Porsche curves. Oh, this is gonna be. These two are probably on the going. "Ah!" They're just yelling at each other to have fun doing
Oh
this.
yeah.
Okay, Ninja Kid is about to come through for his spot. Look at these two go. Joey Cannoli is in the lead, but he is out of gas. Cupcake, they're both out. Oh, Joey's out of gas. Joey's gone. There's nothing left in his car, and he's slowing. Is he slowing down yet? It literally
Not yet.
has nothing there. Oh,
Not
and he's
quite.
got a half-second penalty. He's got a
Oh,
half-second
so
penalty, and Joey Cannoli's
yeah.
is going to run out of gas. He's out of gas. He's out of gas. Oh my gosh, this is going to be
Yeah,
great. Joey.
Cupcake just has to be within half a second.
As long as he's there in half the second, and Cupcakes
Okay,
gets
he got
up
it.
P6.
Okay,
Wow, that whole race.
Chevy's coming into the Ford chicanes for P8.
Oh my gosh,
Still a
that
really good run.
changed everything.
that half-second penalty.
Oh my gosh, that was awesome. Oh my gosh, that was a pretty great race. So Chevy comes home in 8th. Carbon Boy's going to grab 9th place on the lead lap, and Green is the
Green's
only
got
one
10,
left.
and he's got 10th locked in.
Oh my gosh, guys, that was so crazy. I can't believe Bipolar didn't lose any more positions than that. That is insane. Oh, okay. Well, great way to finish off the series and the race, guys. Oh my gosh, that was awesome. So let's see, did any AM drivers get into the top 10? Chevy. Okay, so
Chevy,
Chevy was the first
Chevy,
in the AM class, right?
Chevy, Chevy, and Carbon both 8th and 9th.
Oh my gosh, that was awesome. That was so great. What a great job. Average Tom from High Freak gets the win in the last race. Oh my gosh, that is pretty awesome. Way to go. Congratulations, Average Tom. Oh, okay. Here's what needs to happen. I can't wait to listen to these guys just scream and yell. All right. We need to get these guys into the interview channel. Do you want to run over in that interview channel, just kind of and message everybody, let them know they're there. I'm going to do a couple of things to get my interview tiles ready to go. Are you still there? Did I lose
Yeah.
you? Oh, okay. Oh, wow, what a race that was! That was pretty amazing. All right.
I need the oxygen tank.
No kidding. That was pretty awesome. That was a great race. Oh my gosh. That was a good finish. That was a lot of fun to watch. All right, let's see. Let's go see if we can find our way over into. Is there anybody in that interview channel yet?
We are in the interview channel.
Oh yeah. Why are we? Oh, we just need them to come in here then. All right. Well,
Mm-hmm.
then let's get those guys to get that done. Yeah, the comment, Tasmanian Ninja Kid says P11 to P5, not bad, considering he had a wreck and everything else to go along with it.
Yeah,
All
do you
right.
just want to ping the 3 people in the pro
Yep,
chat?
just
Tell them to join.
the three people there. And
So
folks, we're gonna go.
bipolar,
We're gonna go visit
Tom.
with them, and we'll have the bipolar, who's the winner of the championship, will also be in there. So that'll be cool. So let's try to get them in there and go find out where they are. Meanwhile, congratulations to High Pre. We're gonna bring them up here on the screen one more time. So congratulations to High Pre, and of course, folks, definitely got a big shout out for Detailing Group for sponsoring us again this season. Go check them out, detailinggroup.com. If you work in the construction industry and you guys build structures, these are the people you need to go see. Definitely. Um, I think I hear people joining our broadcast. So let me see if I got anybody in
Mhm.
here. I do see
We have
Bipolar in here.
Muffin
I
and
see,
bipolar.
yep, and I see Captain Muffin in here. Okay, all right, that's our third place. Now we're just waiting for Average Tom to get in here. Um, and then we're gonna talk about some crazy freaking race finishes. Holy crap, that was awesome. Okay, sounds like we got them all here. Captain Muffin's mic shows muted, so just a reminder to you, Captain, just letting you know. Guys, what a race! Congratulations, everybody. That was pretty awesome. Let's see. I don't know. I can't hear anybody. Is anybody saying anything?
We were waiting for you
Oh,
to
there we
say
go.
something to
All right.
direct your conversation.
Directing my conversation. Well, congratulations, guys. Way to go. That was a good one. Captain Muffin, buddy. Man, you had some kind of race. That was a lot going on for you. Tell us about your race, and did you even think that you had a chance at that podium spot with all of what went on with your race? Uh-oh.
Captain, you're breaking up, buddy, like a bad connection or something.
Yeah, I can't
Mhm.
hear him. Hopefully he's not on the voice to speech.
No, hang on, is that any better?
Oh,
There
there
we
you
go.
getting better, getting better. There you go.
Yeah, sorry, Bluetooth earphones definitely weren't cutting it there, but yeah, I do not think I had a chance to podium at all. That Audi is too unpredictable to really get consistent lap times with. The fact that actually I led a lap, let alone more than one, is quite astounding in that car. But no, overall, I'm happy with that race. But I definitely would have liked if I didn't crash into the wall twice. But yeah, overall I'm quite happy with that. And I thought myself, I might be able to push myself and try and get close to third, but saw Jake there spun out the first chicane. Oh, like, ooh, we're on here. Have a show for the fans. And then,
Yeah.
seeing bipolar as well, slowing down. Like, oh, I might be able to get in, but nah, Butch come out of the last chicane and just, he cruised over the flag, just on the smell of an oily rag. But overall, wasn't too bad. And congrats to Tom as well for getting the win, mate. Talk about outside chance. Well done.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. Oh, I can't wait to talk to you, Tom. You just hang out, buddy, because we got some conversations to have
Mhm.
too. Sure.
Oh
All
yeah.
right. So speaking of crashing into walls, so Tim, what was that all about on the last lap?
I could see a 353. I wanted it real bad, and the same thing happened in practice. I don't know that first Ford chicane. I don't know if I'm hitting the gas too early or what, but when there's tire wear, it shot me to the left into that wall. It's basically, Muffin had the same wreck twice, and then I had the same wreck that I had in practice. It was pretty comical how similar the same exact event happened. So yeah, it sucks, but at the same time, it's it's racing.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
legit had just a blistering pace, man. You were just really going. Now, don't get me wrong, Jake was smoking out there. I mean, he
Jake was
was.
unreal.
Oh my gosh, that guy was tearing a hole in the
And
game.
captain.
But
And
Yeah.
captain.
you
He
guys
was
are
pulling
all
a
were just
DeLorean.
Well, that
the
was the thing. I mean,
Yeah.
Jake just kept pulling away, and I'm trying to like half shift to save a little bit of fuel. and then Captain was holding the same pace. I think for a while there, the three of us were within like 5 seconds of each other for a good 25 minutes or so until unfortunately Jake bit it there at Indy. But
Yeah.
hats off to those dudes, because I knew Porsche curves would be a problem and Indy would be a problem, and it was a problem. But everywhere else, and for every other lap that they didn't have a problem, they were blazing fast. I mean, I was pushing, and I wasn't gaining anything on them, and I know I got a better car.
Yeah.
The exits for those cars are crazy. They would get on the gas and they were gone. I got on the gas, I'd spin, and it was a little frustrating at times.
Yeah, but one of the things we noticed during the race was the difference in speed that some of the cars had over the others, especially down Mulsanne. Right, it was just incredible how fast the McLaren and the BMW were. The Audi was pretty quick too, especially if it was in your slipstream. Like it could just fly past you, like it had DRS all day long, right? But
yeah, we
like
were
the
hitting
Aston Martin,
pretty easily and regularly.
Not the Aston.
the Aston Martin felt like it was. It looked like they had two of me sitting in the car with them. That's why it was going so slow. Like that's.
Oh, somebody had
The
an
Aston
anchor
needs
thrown
to
out
get
the back.
corrected. The Aston needs to get corrected because a
Yeah.
V12 or V12 should have a little bit of top end, I would think.
Well, you know what? We're gonna talk. We can talk about that a little bit more after. But I am certain that Tom is just itching to just scream and yell. So Tom, get it out, man! You took a win in the top tier race in GT Champions. How about it, bud?
If I could scream, I would. It's 3:30 a.m.
Let it out. Just let it out.
Yeah, let it out, kids. Why
Come on.
understand?
Grab a pillow and scream into it or something.
Oh, well.
Go outside and just yell.
Light up fireworks or something.
Our neighbors hate us enough already.
All right, the mic's yours, man. Tell us about your race. Give us some highlights. Give us like, what did you notice right off the bat that your time to bipolar was ticking down suddenly, or did it catch you maybe only when it was like a certain amount left?
I was in the Hyper Team radio with Pix Decker, and he was watching the stream.
Oh, so he was telling you, go, go, go!
As soon as the crash happened, I told him, shut up, I'm gone. I nearly binned it myself coming onto the straight. I got onto the curb and the car just threw itself sideways. Luckily, though, because you carry so much speed coming through that right-hander onto the straight, I could just correct it easily, and I just got away with a half-second penalty.
Yeah,
but
man.
You were mentioning the top speeds. Without slipstream, I was getting 174 out of the AMG.
Yeah, that thing was.
So that thing had some legs on the straight.
Yeah,
but, I didn't take tires after my first pit, and coming into the second pit, it was like driving on ice. It was just so sketchy.
You know what? I got to tell you, and I'm sure High Pre was hearing this. We were just like, why didn't he take tires? And he didn't fill all the way up on gas. What is he doing? And was that on purpose, not taking the tires, or was that like a?
The tires felt great, so I figured it's already a long enough stop, and I don't need to change the tires. I was only losing I think by the end of that stint, I was doing literally I was in the middle 4-minute laps, whereas on fresh tires I was doing 58. And compared to the other guys, I'm slow, but I just didn't need to change the tires. They felt great going into the pit, so I kept them and came out on them.
Yeah, well, dude,
and I figured if I'm not taking the tires, there's no point taking full fuel because that'll just throw out the second pit stop. So I filled up to 75% and didn't take tires, and then ran it till I think I pulled into the pits with like half a lap of fuel.
Let me tell you something. You were the only person on that strategy.
I went for it and it worked.
Well, those Aston Martins went through on and you're going to have to go back and watch the end of the race between Joey Cannoli in the Aston and Cupcake in the Aston. It was a nail biter all the way to the end. They literally ran out of gas in the 4 chicanes.
So they They were the only two to do a one stop, and it literally came down to the fact that Cannoli got a penalty coming out of the Porsche curves.
Jeez.
Yep,
I was
and
thinking
that's-
about a one stop, and every slower section of the track, I was trying to look at my fuel and try and calculate in my head if I could do a one stop. I think I could have, but I would have lost so much time trying to save the fuel.
Yeah.
So because I was getting up to top speed and then dropping it into fuel mode 4, and then putting the fuel back up when I get into the corners to try and get a better exit. And then when my brain eventually woke up and did the math correctly, I was like, "There's no point doing this. I'm going to make up the time if I just push now."
There you go.
So
Well,
I
you
slapped
did it
back
right,
into
bud.
4-1 and sent it.
You did it just right. Congratulations.
Yeah,
Woo!
it's kind of a sucky way to win, but
Hey,
I
Get out of it. You stayed out of trouble. You ran your car right. That's not a sucky way to win.
That's
I mean, I think
exactly
I
how
was-
you win.
I was comfortably P2 anyway.
Bipolar's won plenty. He can give one away.
Yeah, I think that's my third win in GTTC. Period.
No, it
that's
was.
it.
I think it was your
That's racing.
fourth win. I think it's your fourth win. You had 3 of them in GTC4 in the World Cup, and then
I'm trying to remember the third one I won there. I can remember Spa and St. Croix.
I can tell you, you won round 2, round 6. Oh, you only won 2 back then. Yeah, but you podiumed
So that was
1,
my third.
2, 3, 4, 5 times in
Yeah, I
10
podiumed
races.
most of them, but I just didn't practice, so bit me in the ass in the end for the World Cup. but for
Sounds
this
like we got a
race, it worked.
sandbagger here, guys. Sounds
Oh,
like
maybe.
sandbagger.
No,
Well, hey, Tom, congratulations again, buddy. That was
Good
pretty
job, dude.
awesome.
Yeah,
Nice-
congrats
nice-
to the other two guys as well. It was fun watching those guys in the early session, in the early parts of the session.
You mean the
We're like
back
the
side of their
second.
cars?
Well, yeah, but they were far
Yeah.
enough ahead. I could kind of see them going into the corners, so I could see the sides of their cars.
What did you when you were coming through? Where did you pass? It was on Mulsanne, right? The second half of it that you came upon Bipolar, right?
It
It
was
was just
going
after.
down. It was
Yeah,
going
so-
down in Indianapolis.
Yeah, heading
Yep.
for Porsche,
That
right?
straight.
It was the
Yeah,
straights heading to Indy. So it was
Yeah.
after Mulsanne straights, after Mulsanne corner.
Gotcha. Yeah, you when you saw his car, what did you get, like a rush of adrenaline? Like did you get excited? Did you get anxious? Did you freak out? Or what was your thought process when you saw him?
My thought process was lick the stamp and send it. That was it.
That's awesome. That's
If
awesome.
you watch the last lap, you can see me coming onto the Mulsanne. You could see how hard I was pushing that. I basically drifted that whole corner.
You're like, well, I got the
just
tires
wanted
for
to
it.
Yeah,
All right, well, dude, that was awesome. Congratulations on that.
that was a great race.
Yep. Now, listen, we can't not do this next part in the interview, and that is to congratulate Tim on the championship for the entire series for Rodimus Prime, Team Rodimus Prime. So congratulations, bud, on that one. You guys just did a fantastic job finishing. Great points all the time. Lots of wins. Congratulations, man.
Thank you, dude. Don't ever give me an MR car. Thank you.
Hey,
No,
I didn't.
You
no,
get
no, you're getting-
exclusively MR cars now.
No,
You're gonna get a
getting-
go kart, and everyone else is getting something else.
You're getting the Lambo next season.
Son of a bitch.
That's awesome.
I'll say next season, hitting out on this, do like a little sort of reverse pick. The lowest placed team picks their car first to the highest placed team. Picking
Yeah,
Oh,
their
there
car
we go.
first. Simple.
Yeah, we'll come up with some other ridiculous series events to put together. that you guys-
Everybody, here you go. Since you had the Audi for full 4 races, everybody has to do a 1-make Audi. At least you'll have the.
No, I'm not doing any more racing than that Audi. I'm literally putting that car in the museum and then burning the museum.
1-make Lambo.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
I mean, they're both a Volkswagen, so why the hate?
Oh, easy now. Easy now.
Easy. Easy. Some German out there just smashes his, whatever they call those pints over there.
That's awesome. All right. Well, hey guys, I want to thank you guys for for hanging out with us, and of course a big shout out to Detailing Group for sponsoring another season, High Pre for all those graphics, and for the win. And
That's awesome.
of course, being presented by RWB Racing, guys. One last shout out to everybody before we leave, and then we'll end this thing out. So say goodbye, everybody's.
Adios,
Cheerio.
amigos. Congrats, Joe. Average Joe's. Jim.
Average Joe's.
I like it.
Okay,
I
on
think
that
that's my
note.
team name next. Yeah, I think that's my team name next time. Average Joe's Gym.
There you go. All right. Well, folks, that was our guys in our podium interviews. Congratulations again to Average Viper. What a great finish for him. Bipolar comes home in P2. Captain Muffin grabs the last of the podium spots. It was a nail biter finish. Definitely have to go back and watch that last lap between everybody else. It was pretty spectacular. So, folks, that's going to be it for the final round of the GT Champions Touring Challenge. And until the next event arrives, folks, we'll have to see you guys next time around. Have a good one.